The Lakers are your Lakers. The Knicks are my Knicks.
Listen, for those of you watching, this is the Wolfpack Wrestling Podcast. This is episode 84. We are 16 episodes away from 100. I love the title of today's episode. It was a surprise from Ja, New Crowned Era. The respect for NXT is back. I enjoyed that. Dark Ken is an idiot because Wembanyama is a rookie and he's celebrating the fact that his Knicks beat a rookie, and that's all I'm saying.
He's the most celebrated rookie since LeBron James.
He's a rookie nonetheless. Nonetheless, it was like his sixth game. Oh, you beat a rookie in his sixth game.
Eighth. But
you really give two shits about your talk of basketball? Because I could have swore we were starting a basketball, fantasy league.
We are players.
I thought we had all the emails. Listen, for all of you coming in right now, there are two of you just came on in 50 seconds. We love y'all, man. We back. Send us your emails so we can start our NBA fantasy league. Just send us your email. You good?
Yeah, please do. Because why in the fuck hasn't it been started yet? It's not my fault, you know what I'm saying? Because when it came to my league, I made sure everybody was started, But apparently, when other people want to take over things, they want to basically take their sweet ass little time, you know what I'm saying? The sweet time, that they think they have.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I would have been on top of it when we originally said, but I had to block Dark Kent on his birthday, so I didn't know what was going on until I realized
this man in public every day.
Until I realized I wasn't getting messages from him in the group chat, and I was like, "Oh, that's why he's not getting the communication messed up." Yes. But he was drunk. He was drunk calling me for like 3 hours at midnight. And
your last name starts with AL, so you're the first person in my phone book.
It was a lot.
If you said so, I can't stand this guy. So it is what it is. Man,
let's talk about NXT tonight. I was juiced. That's the only thing I'm juiced about tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Is I want to talk about how good NXT is because I love NXT. For all you NXT haters, and I realized something. Y'all don't know how to not like something without becoming a hater of it. Y'all just automatically become haters of it. If y'all don't like WWE or forget WWE, MLW for a moment, you can't just not like it. You have to.
I'm boycotting MLW until everybody is set free.
CZW, there's another one for you, right? Like you guys can't just not like it. You have to talk bad about it too. It's so corny.
It's possible to not like something and still be like subjective about it, right?
Like exactly. You don't have to not like it and that you don't automatically become a hater. Like we mess with Ja all the time. I'll be honest with you. Like Ja never said he didn't like Sasha. Does he body shame her? Yes. So if he says he likes Sasha, I'm not going to be like, oh, because he's actually never been a hater of Sasha. Has he body shamed her? Yes. Has he been a hater?
All the time.
No. Like I can't tell him he's a hater, but a lot of y'all are haters. Like it just comes across as hate. At the end of the day, y'all get mad, y'all get petty, and y'all throw hissy fits as wrestling fans, and it's retarded.
It's crazy, but I don't have to deal with it anymore because I'm just over it. People at this point, I'm gonna let y'all constantly bitch and complain like y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Do what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care no more. Because at this fucking point, why should I? Why the fuck should I? You know what I'm saying? You guys are going to complain, and then you're going to forget what you complained about, and you're going to cheer for the same shit you complained about, and then when it doesn't happen the way that you wanted to, you're going to complain again. It's
exactly, Dan. You got it. Wrestling, like anything else in the world, has its ups and its downs. So they're going to be, like NXT did have its downs. It wasn't
like
good.
hip-hop.
Yeah, just like
hip-hop.
Hip-hop's having a horrible year. It's having the biggest down ever this year because the quality is trash.
But it's the 50th year. What you mean?
Because the quality is trash. Because the 50th year showed us how far hip-hop has not come. It's bad.
Ooh.
Agreed.
You think so?
Yeah,
I know so. That's why the sales are 40 or 60%, I think, below the normal, like the average for a year. Because we got Sexy Red running around here. Yeah. Ice Spice shaking her butt, looking like a ghetto Betty Boop. We have a bunch of strippers turned rappers, and they're running hip hop right now. Like, what are we talking about?
I was going to say the same thing. In the 50th year, like, yes, we all look back on nostalgia, but at the same time, who's carrying the torch? Obviously, you have your J. Cole's and your Kendrick Lamar's, but they're not in the forefront right now. Right now, it's Sexy Red, Ice Spice. Fucking.
I mean, music is subjective. I have no problem with listening to like a fall off track, or listening to a ski. You know what I'm saying? Every so often. You know what I mean?
If you hold on. If Jaquez being a grown man is a fan of Sexy Red, that is his business. Shout out.
I am not a fan of Sexy Red. I hate her. But
you said you have moments where you listen, where you want to listen.
If it pops on, it pops on. Like, what do you want me to do,
dude?
What do you want me to do? If it's on the radio, you know what I'm saying? Who am I? You know what I'm saying? Who am I?
Shout out to Dan to listening to quality hip hop. I appreciate you checking out my project. Thank you very much. Ja has some music coming out soon too, but y'all should be scared because it sounds like he's gonna get Sexy Red on the project. So
wow, why in the hell would I put Sexy Red on the project? Wow,
because you were just singing her song a second ago. You were just literally singing her song.
You're a hater. That is just true. Ski. I don't care what you say though. Woo.
Do y'all like that song? Y'all like that?
Ski.
Do y'all like Ja doing the song?
What's wrong with Ski?
It's a hit, bro.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, man, it's great hip hop. You're right. It's so good.
No one said it was great hip hop, but you can't deny that it's a hit.
It's not.
It's a fucking hit.
It's it's not a hit because we've had no number ones this year. Stop it. Hip hop is trash this year.
What are you talking about? Cardi B has been number.
No, she wasn't. For those of you she wasn't. She just had the most sales of a woman with bongos, and bongos only sold because they were shaking their butts like bongos.
Well,
hip hop is trash this year.
Why are you complaining?
For those of you tuning in, Jaquez is okay with hip hop being mediocre. That would scare me as an artist. He's a rapper, so I don't know what he's like. I've heard what he's planning on dropping, like, so I don't know what the rest of the music sounds like. But now I'm scared because he's doing Megan Thee Stallion ad libs. He's been rapping sexy.
Apparently, my girl curls me a bird because I like this music. So,
bro, I want you to know that it comes across as very bird-like activity. It's actually very weird for you to be so masculine about other things and then to sit here and say that you like ratchet rap. As a fellow rapper, I am highly disappointed. I am judging you. Point blank period.
Well, let's start the show. How about that?
Enforcer, your man's is out here wilding, bro.
If you see me, I'm about to start the show.
He knows the words. Just like he lies, like he doesn't like Cody Rhodes. He knows the words. He likes all birds. Don't. He likes all birds.
A lot of hate in your soul for Sexy Red, and I just don't know why you don't like to say the word ski. All right, let's start.
Tell him to stop.
Let's start the show.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
All right. How's everybody doing?
How's everybody doing tonight?
Well, I don't know if I should even take the screen off because it seems like nobody's here.
I'm here, unfortunately.
All right. Well, I'm pulling a Dark Kent tonight. So, Dark Kent, why don't you show your face? You know why?
Yodels.
We're here. How's everybody doing?
I'm here. My camera looks great. My hat says it all. I'll be out here doing God's work.
I can't read the hat, but it looks cool. What does it say?
God's work.
God's work. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, thank you. Be out here doing God's work. This is the Wolfpack Wrestling Podcast. I don't think anybody's upset that Jaquez with the vulgarity is not on camera tonight. You can reach us here every Thursday at 7:30. I got in on 7:34. Full transparency. Jaquez was still trying to put up pictures.
No, I've been waiting on these fucking guys.
Jaquez is so
always. I'm trying to blame the light skin guy.
Thursdays at 7:30 when Ja is not still updating the show at 7:30. You can follow us at the Wolfpack Wrestling Podcast on Facebook Live, YouTube, Instagram. Who is Quez on Twitch? And we do have Twitch followers. Follow the Twitch page. It's lit.
Especially when I play games. And but first, make sure I put this music on. You know what I'm saying? I like this background music, don't you?
Jared, by the way, love the new video, kid.
Thank you, family. Like,
yes, we didn't debut the video this time.
No, not this one. But we're definitely gonna debut the next ones on here. We're gonna get them cracking. Hey, Ja, bro, whenever you're ready, we can help you out with some visuals too, bro.
Oh, really?
Get it shaking again.
I hear you. Don't mind me a meeting.
Ja was supposed to pull up on me last week, y'all, because we're trying to get our song done by the 100th episode. So maybe Ja will actually text me one day when he says he's gonna text me and pull up. Because he likes to blame other people.
I'll do my verse too.
You actually should probably just talk on the record. We could do that.
That would work.
All right.
What's he gonna say?
Wolfpack Wrestling Podcast. Where all the Dark Kent guys at?
If you heard Jared's older stuff, you know that I do very well speaking on records.
Facts.
Saying what? Cody Rhodes?
I actually had Kent interview me on an album one time. For those who don't know, that's where Kent originated, man. He was an interviewer. He's one of the greatest in radio. I can't wait till he gets back to radio. He does great on this podcast for you know when he's not talking about CM Punk.
Yes, that's how me and Star linked up, man. I interviewed the dude.
We
spoke about wrestling on a music radio
on a music show.
You know, and we're still talking about wrestling. So,
since we're talking about wrestling, let's start our little thing where we talk about time to play the game. So, or some hot takes and pancakes. So, make sure you guys can hear me. Things that you can say in both the wrestling ring and the bedroom.
I'm not playing this game.
Why not?
Go ahead, Kent. Run them off. You got this.
You got it too. What you talk about?
Oh yeah, I'm married. Technically, I'm the only one that got this. I'm safe.
I mean, like
what a maneuver! I'm trying to think of things.
Wow, what a
tap. Maneuver. I think just the word tap.
Wow.
Tap out definitely.
She about to hit me with a slobber knocker.
Slobber knocker.
If you say that in the bedroom, sister, you watching this? If he says that stuff, like cancel him. Like, what are you talking about?
For what? I'm about to lay the smack it down on that candy ass.
It says things you can say. Nobody's in the bedroom like, give me a slobber knocker. No, nobody's. If you're doing that, something's wrong, bro. Something's wrong. Bro.
I mean, what should I do? Go the Vince approach? Draw me money? No, see, that's wrong.
If it's bad, you can say you're fired. That works both ways.
Wow. Okay, so you have another one that you can contribute to this game? Know your role.
Now that's good. That was a good one.
That was funny.
Listen, she already told me. I told her, what's my name? She said, Bret Hart. I'm the best there is, the best there was, and the best that there ever will be.
That's another good one. See, now you're rolling. You started slow.
Oh, wow.
I like this adrenaline in my soul.
Adrenaline in my soul.
No, it's got to be what Cody Rhodes says. It's got to be like, so, what do you want to talk about?
So, what do you want to do?
Do you like pie? Has to be one of them.
Whoa!
Yikes, Kent. Yikes.
Wow.
Out the rock.
How about yeah?
100%.
Yeah, or well, you can get the Ric Flair on. Woo!
Definitely.
Oh man, I can't think of any other ones. Dummy? No, I don't think dummy is gonna work. I think that's gonna get you kicked out of the bedroom.
Oh, that's good.
No.
Yeah,
Wait. I got 2 words for you.
Yeah, exactly.
How about for all of our female fans, scissor me? No,
that could be one.
It's a wrestling term. I don't know about the other one.
Acknowledge me.
Acknowledge me.
Acknowledge me is so messed up.
That's fucking
You gotta
crazy.
say acknowledge me when you're in the bed with your significant other. Something's wrong.
All right,
You have to tell them to acknowledge you.
that's crazy. All right, let's move on real quick. So, what are some of the positives and negatives you've seen with WWE since Triple H first took over creative last year?
I'll tell you the biggest negative I've seen. The biggest negative I've seen since Triple H has took over since last year are the fans. Y'all are disgusting.
Wow.
Y'all are absolutely disgusting. Like
What makes you say that?
I just can't. That is the absolute biggest negative, biggest takeaway from this whole thing. Because why can't we just enjoy wrestling? Every week I have to deal with somebody telling me what they don't like about WWE. I don't like it when it's AEW. I don't like it when it's any promotion. It is so annoying. It is so annoying. And then because when fans like to take a stance that they don't like something, now everything about it is whack. And that's even more annoying. Now everything WWE does is just so horrible. Like Crown Jewel's never been a good pay-per-view. But whoa, this one was the worst ever. Shut up. Like, shut up.
Dark Kent, you have anything to say?
Well, what I would say is it's been mostly positive to me. I think the booking has been great in comparison to what it was. So yeah, to extend All Stars' points, the unwarranted criticism is getting kind of overdone.
All right. So what are the positives that he's done?
Oh, and NXT Black and Gold is. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, we'll hold on for 1 second.
I mean,
1 second has passed.
NXT, my fault. NXT Black and Gold is back.
Correct.
And it's back in the Raw Red and Black. And I enjoy that. I enjoy just those wrestlers who we all thought weren't going to get a fair shake when Vince was in control. I enjoy knowing that they're going to get their time. Like,
absolutely.
For those of you who don't know, Kevin Owens, like, we're like, oh, the Triple H guys. Yeah, Triple H guys are my guys, if I'm being honest. Kevin Owens is a Triple H guy. Kevin Owens is going to have a title next year, people. Seth Rollins is a Triple H guy, and he's the worker of the company right now. So
Priest is a Triple H guy?
Yeah, so what are we really complaining about? Bronson Reed, like all these people that are getting camera time. I'll be the first to admit that Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano are very mediocre right now. But hopefully we can figure that out because I am fans of the both of them. But at least we're seeing more tag team things. There's an actual tag team division developing in WWE. You losers, y'all don't point that out. Y'all don't mention that.
Yeah, dude, people who deserve a push are getting their pushes. People are getting more TV time that never would have in the past. Like a few months ago, Almost was getting TV time. Now we're using that TV time for people who, like Chad Gables, right?
Hey, man, I miss Almost.
Like Creed Brothers.
Do you really miss Almost?
Maybe.
You don't miss Almost. You're trolling.
Haven't noticed it.
You're trolling. No, nobody misses Almost. Can I tell you the only place Almost would be over at is Impact Wrestling?
Wow.
We probably see Almost more than we see Moose. if he went to Impact Wrestling. They love like big dudes that they just throw on TV for no reason.
I'm on camera now.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey, I'm just saying, Omos would definitely be in catering less than Moose's, and that's all I'm saying. So,
all right. So let's move on. Has AEW programming really become more like WWE lately? If so, specifically in what ways that weren't present previously?
Ja love like acting like he don't like stirring the pot and then stirring the pot. He is the worst when it comes to these things. And the only thing,
I'm an Aquarius.
Okay, well what sign is your girlfriend? She y'all are compatible.
She's a Virgo.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
September Virgo.
Okay, cool. AEW. The only thing AEW has taken from WWE, if we're going to do that, because they take from each other all the time, so it's a moot point.
Facts.
But the only thing that AEW wasn't doing in the beginning that they do more of now, that shades of WWE, are segments. They have tons of entertaining segments now, especially on Dynamite. Dynamite is full of promos. We used to be like, yeah, AEW gives us wrestling, and they still do focus on wrestling a lot. But on Wednesday nights, you're getting like 10 to 12 promos.
So, which I get because I think they're trying to move along storylines. What AEW is also doing is spending a lot of time on older nostalgia acts, which I feel like WWE was.
What do you mean by that? Because
he means
what do you mean by that?
He means Ric Flair and Sting. Like anybody under the age of 30 cares about that.
Dude, why is Ric Flair on television?
Okay. All right.
Their target demographic thinks Ric Flair was a myth.
Can we stop? Can we stop with that? With the whole apparently all elderly wrestling, as people like to dub AEW now, because people are getting the bag. I have no problem if somebody gets a spot on television. It's when they start getting matches and booked in pay-per-view matches and booked in spots that these wrestlers deserve. Then they have a problem.
Sting has been 60 for 2 years and he's been wrestling. So how is it? Jeff Jarrett is probably 60 and he's the most annoying wrestler in the history of wrestling, and he's on TV.
He's not taking nobody's spot.
He shouldn't have a spot. He is taking someone's spot. 2
hours on Wednesday.
He's there with Jay Lethal. I'm fine with that.
I see way too much Jeff Jarrett. I don't want to hear this, bro.
Yeah,
Jeff Jarrett is on my TV too much.
TV time. And with a roster that extensive,
does he really? Is he really?
Yeah,
is he really?
Yes.
I barely see. I didn't see him last week.
That's not true.
I didn't see him yesterday.
Jeff Jarrett gets matches on Ring of Honor.
Where was he yesterday?
Every single minute that people like Jeff Jarrett and Ric Flair are on television, that means that someone younger who has a longer shelf life right now is not on television. That's just
hey Dan, you forgot RVD. RVD's wrestled a few matches now on AEW. He's another
RVD can still go.
I don't know why Mox is in this list. Mox is young.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this.
Mox has years.
I literally watch people do this shit all the fucking time. So let me get this straight, because I literally watched this happen with TNA.
Yes, Jeff and Matt. Definitely no.
Okay. I literally watched this happen with TNA.
You did.
Anytime.
TNA watched them.
Anytime somebody apparently old showed up on TNA.
What is
apparently
the
now that's the fucking gravy, because I have no fucking issue with it.
Listen, if
this isn't like TNA. Wait, listen, this is not like TNA when these old ass motherfuckers come in and they win the fucking world title within the next 2 weeks of them debuting. Okay, it's not that.
That's your favorite promotion.
I can actually talk shit about my favorite promotion. I'm not biased.
I respect that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not like everybody else. I can like things and I can dislike things.
Let's be very understandable. Not only was TNA hiring washed up people who were considered old, they just were past their prime. We don't have to call them old. They were past their prime. They let them create stables. They let them be dominant. And they let them hold titles.
If you're about to talk about the Main Event Mafia, I'm just going to stop you right there when I say that the Main Event Mafia was better than the Bloodline.
The Main Event Mafia was not better than...
Main Event Mafia is better than the Bloodline.
I'm about to sign off.
Next.
I am not biased when I say that.
The what was better than the what
He
next?
said the main event Mafia was better than the Bloodline.
Yes, it was. Anyway, let's move on.
Trolling.
Okay. Let's
Super
move
troll.
on. So, Roman Reigns in the late 2000s WWE, does he hold the title for 1,000 days?
Man, I'm not doing this. This isn't a game. This is a hypothetical question.
Let's
That
answer the question. Does he hold the title for 1,000 days if he was in the late 2000s WWE?
Who was the longest reigning champion of this time? John Cena. He held it for how many days that one year? It was a fair amount.
It wasn't that long though. It was like 6-7 months. It wasn't.
So the answer is no, and the answer is only no because.
No.
And the answer is only no because Vince McMahon had way too many boys back then.
Exactly.
He had way too many boys. So
too many people that was in the Kiss My Ass Club.
Yeah. So Triple H had to hold it. CM Punk had to hold it. John Cena had to hold it.
Orton.
Michaels was going to get it. Yeah, Batista was going to touch it. Jeff Hardy got it for 2 weeks.
And
whenever the Undertaker woke up and felt like he the win,
he needed
it. But
even JBL, you know.
But does this mean that in the back then there was more credible wrestlers who you thought could be a world champ?
No.
That's the question you have to pose.
That's a good question, though. Wait, don't dismiss it.
The answer is no.
Why you say no?
Do we have to run over the list of superstars in the WWE
right now?
Right now or then?
Right now for Roman Reigns. That's what we're talking about, right?
So, all right. Do you feel that Roman Reigns would have had more competition now or back then?
Back then.
There was more
credible superstars that you could see as world champ then than there is now.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. AJ Styles. Superstar
will always be credible, but at the same time, he's already had a run.
AJ Styles isn't a superstar?
Absolutely.
He is to me, but you know.
A wrestling superstar. Is AJ Styles one of those?
Absolutely.
He's in the top 100.
Okay, no, stop it. Is Cody Rhodes a wrestling superstar?
Absolutely.
No. Yes, he is. Is Finn Balor a wrestling superstar?
No.
Absolutely.
Is Kevin Owens a wrestling superstar?
Absolutely.
No.
Is Gunther now a wrestling superstar?
Yes.
I agree with all that.
Is Seth Rollins a wrestling superstar?
There has to be a reason why it's like, you know what, we're gonna let Roman rock for this long.
Yes, because
it was like
the only reason
Jericho. We can go with Edge, Taker, JBL, Punk, Mysterio, whoever it might be. I feel like now the WWE is uncomfortable with putting the belt on someone else. That's why Roman's had it for 3 years.
Yeah, no, I no. The issue that we have here is Roman was right place, right COVID, and if we see it,
wow,
what
did you really just call him a fucking do you believe a battle rapper? Like really? You just called him a RBE battle rapper,
bro? Right place, right timing is what I'm saying. The COVID era, the COVID era for Roman Reigns proved to be special. He was able to make a comeback. No, I understand that, Dan. The thing about it is because of what COVID transpired and him getting sick with his own thing at the time, when he came back and the fans came back, it was an appropriate time. The change he had brand new teeth. All of that stuff played into him being.
No, because if what you're saying was the case, why did they let McIntyre hold the belt?
But bro, are you serious? Can McIntyre hold a conversation? Can McIntyre get through a promo without hearing what from the crowd?
No.
Aye. No say the loss. Aye.
I just think the amount of credible contenders was more then than it is now.
I think that's an insult to a roster that we're always complaining that doesn't get used well, because WWE has all this potential and all these stars. I didn't even say Rey Mysterio or Carmelo Hayes or even Bobby Lashley or Sami Zayn or Jey Uso. Like, I'm not even mentioning any of these people, and they have superstars. It's just about giving them the time. I understand that back then That's children too. When we grow up with superstars, we see them in a different light. We're small, they're big. Like we hold them as like these action figures, these like action stars. If I'm being real, there are kids today who hold these people as that too.
Absolutely. But if the company had that much,
just so we're clear,
one of those people that you just mentioned, Bobby
Lashley, Braun Breaker. These are all going to be potential or current superstars, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, not right this second.
So
and there's more female superstars.
So we're saying that there are more superstars now than there was back then. Completely. Are you saying that the ones that I showed you?
No. Here's what I'm saying.
Because I'm saying if you look at all of these people, these are all superstars, correct?
Here's how this started. The question was posed as if the talent was less, as if the superstars today aren't as talented as those back then. That's not true. These superstars back then got way more light than these superstars. Way more. The commercials that Vince McMahon was throwing these people in. Mankind, Undertaker, The Rock, and Stone Cold were in 7 different commercials in a day.
They were in a Super Bowl commercial.
Like, what are we talking about? It's the way he marketed. These new superstars don't get that push because they don't want to lose them, like The Rock or John Cena. They don't want to make more movie stars because then they have less wrestling talent.
I didn't even think about it like that. I really didn't. You know what? You got it. I'll give that one to you. You actually made sense for once. Look at you. You know what I'm saying? I am so proud of you finally making sense for once. So let me just ask you a question. All of these people, right? These are the most like title reigns, right? In the WWE and WCW, apparently, right? Who does not belong on this list?
What do you mean?
Would you, if you could eliminate one person, who would it be?
Eliminate nobody. They're all world champions.
Yeah, it's not really to eliminate anybody.
Charlotte.
The only reason why
that's rude.
Charlotte got to go.
Because if we're being honest, if we go off time and how quickly they shot up, and if they were deserving or not, it's The Rock. So.
Wow, The Rock?
Well, the only reason why I would have to say Charlotte is because she got to that level in such a short period of time.
Not shorter than The Rock. I'm not doing this with y'all, bro. Charlotte was in NXT for 2 years. Charlotte has now been on the main roster for like 8 years. The Rock was in wrestling for 4 years. 4. And he had 10 titles? And we're talking about nepotism and what's fair? We think The Rock was fair?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, no. Wow.
Y'all are bugging. Hulk Hogan is the obvious choice as you know, anybody who doesn't like, you know, his attitude. The first person you want to say is Hogan because, you know, who cares about Hogan? But the honest answer, or if we're talking about deserving, is The Rock. 10 titles in 4 years is ludicrous. Charlotte amassed 14 titles over 10 years, including NXT. You haters. Stop disrespecting Charlotte. It doesn't make sense.
Is overrated garbage scum.
It does not make sense to disrespect Charlotte for no reason.
Oh, it is for a reason. She's trash.
You have no reason. But you should be more mad at Becky than Charlotte. Becky beat Bianca in 2 seconds.
Becky's been trash too. That doesn't matter.
Becky's been trash too.
Yes.
Now you're a hater. This is how I started tonight. For those of you,
how am I a hater? I am not a hater. I am telling the truth.
I explained in the pre-show. It's okay for you to not like something. You could dislike something, but once you start hating on it, you become a hater. You become a hater because there's nothing to stand on as far as Charlotte goes, other than her nepotism. Why people say they don't like her. Thank you. He is literally hating. Literally.
Whatever y'all say, you know what I'm saying? That's why you're not getting Lamar or that trade going through. All right, Ken.
Now he's hating on y'all with fantasy football because y'all won't agree with him on his take on the divas, on his disrespect to these female wrestlers.
I want to know where the hell Dark Kent go. But while we doing that, so apparently there are concerns within WWE that LA Knight may have hit his ceiling already. Yeah. Do you guys think that's true? That apparently
LA Knight lives on his ceiling. LA Knight can walk on his ceiling. LA Knight can point from his ceiling. LA Knight writes the word yeah on his ceiling. So no, he has not reached his ceiling. He literally has created a living room upside down so he can live on his ceiling.
Why do
the man has nowhere else to go?
You talk about my hate towards Charlotte, but you have so much hate towards LA Knight.
It's not hate. These are facts. The man has nowhere to go. LA Knight has nowhere else.
You're hating on the man that wears Timbs.
LA Knight he does not wear Timbs. Those are lugs. He does not. He does not wear Timbs. Those are not.
I hate on the man Butters.
Those are not Butters. Those are constructs, but they are not Butters. They got steel toes, but they ain't cost $120. They cost $50. He's lying. He ain't wrestling in no $150 Timbs. He ain't doing it. Them boots look crazy. Thank you. He ain't wearing Timbs. Y'all letting John, and he's from New York. John just gonna disrespect us and say that this dude. Look at his face, y'all. When y'all look at this man. This middle-aged Caucasian gentleman, who we trying to act like is the next best thing when he's almost should be on the list we just put up. But wrestlers that should go home and retire, we're acting like he's the next best thing. At 50? Let me tell you something.
He's not 50. What is wrong with you?
Bro, I bet you LA Knight's at least 45. And if I exaggerated by 40.
He's 40.
He's not 40. He's not 40.
I mean, look him up. I don't know. I don't care about his age.
He's 41.
Okay, boom. He's 41. That's not old.
Okay, here y'all go. Not only is he 41, he's aging badly because AJ Styles looks younger than him. So now I got to deal with this dude who's doing the Hulk Hogan. Probably gonna lose his hair and wear a bandana by the time he's 3.
Jonathan Coachman says that he never wants to work for WWE again. He said, I was 100% loyal, but they weren't loyal to me.
Nobody wants to hear about this disgruntled ESPN worker.
So I read the story because I was like, why are you
like that?
So basically, he got an XFL check. His XFL check got bounced because of COVID. He went to get his money back. And the WWE people told him, well, XFL isn't around anymore, so you're not getting your money.
Why did he go to WWE for a check he was supposed to go to Rock's ex-wife for?
Yeah, I'm so confused.
That's when the XFL came back before COVID, right? So he's like, well, Vince owns both entities, so can I get my money? And they were like, no, XFL's out of business. You're shit out of luck.
I'm gonna start getting sounds for the show. I need a ding dong. I need a that's right. I want all those because ding dong, he is bitter. Jonathan Coachman, what's the dude that they cloned Jonathan Coachman and Brian Saxton? Brian Saxton.
They cloned Jonathan Coachman.
Brian, if you ever watch this, I'm sorry, I did not say that.
That's hilarious. It's true though.
I got him on my friends list, man. Chill,
bro. They cloned Coachman and they made Saxton. I don't know if y'all seen Tyrone. We've been watching it in wrestling for years now. So they got rid of Coachman. We got Saxton. It was on some get out stuff. Another light-skinned baldy that wants to talk boringly about wrestling, right? Just hard, just so boring. It's ridiculous how boring they are. To the point where Brian Saxton is interviewing people backstage and had to do the announcements at the Crown Jewel event because Shorty didn't show up. And nobody's ever going to remember because he's boring. Just like Jonathan Coachman has never interested anybody on ESPN. He ain't been on First Take. He's never been a guest on First Take. Nobody's brought Jonathan Coachman on to scream and debate with. Nobody cares what his stance is on any sports entertainment.
That is very true because right now he commentates golf, which is the most boring sport in the world. So
they put him on golf commentary. You see how boring he is? Y'all see what I'm... No, when Brian Saxton gets fired and he joins him, I don't want to hear y'all don't say nothing to me about the two clones working together. I don't want to hear nothing. Don't say nothing.
But he should have got his XFL check though.
No, he shouldn't have had. It never happened. The season never happened. They barely make money when it did happen last year. They didn't make no money.
But he still commentated the games. He still deserves his check.
Man, he commentated what games? The games that who was at, the games that who watched, the games that who cared about. If he really wants his money, tell him to go to The Rock's ex-wife right now and be like, "Yo,
I'm about to tag him and tell him I'm not in this."
No, this is your show, right? You like to throw that around. This is Ja's show. For anybody wondering, we're just here. We help make on Ja's show. We believe that Brian Saxton is a clone of Jonathan Coach, and they're both boring, light-skinned, bald-headed coach.
Yo, you gotta relax. You gotta relax.
What is wrong? Byron. That's right. His name is Byron. That's even worse. Byron is a worse name. Like, his name is Byron. Jonathan and Byron. Jonathan and Byron sound like your corny cousins you grew up with. And everybody was like, you go into your auntie's house, you gotta go play with John and By. You gotta be like, not Jonathan and Byron.
What's up? What's up, D1? You know, you talk about me in my mouth, right? Me and what I say, but yeah, you know, I got these wrestler, you know, people on my page, you know, and it's like I would like to bring them on the show, but I just called the man like, you know, Jonathan Coachman light.
If we get them both on the show at the same time, we made magic.
All right, so news that Dark Kent actually had broke. The strike is officially over, and they come to an agreement for a 3-year deal.
Only 3 years? There are so many movies about to get pushed back again. Let me tell y'all how mad I am, because we've been living in a new season of TV without any new episodes from anything. It's the most boring time in television history. Let me tell you another thing. The Marvels movie is trash. Anytime the mid-credit scene is more important than the movie, you're bad.
Listen,
you're bad.
Can I spoil it for everybody? Because I'm not going to go watch it.
No, you cannot. That's not what we do on this show.
Okay, I'll just give you guys a hint.
No, nobody wants a hint, John. Nobody wants a hint.
I guess I hear what you're saying.
You still did the hint. Nobody wants
I ain't doing no hints. I'm just holding myself together.
Do not encourage him. Don't encourage him to lean over to his Byron and Jonathan Coachman side.
What you talking about?
Jaquez is 6 years away from having the Byron and Jonathan. From them being old.
Why would I'm not even doing anything? Like, what is wrong with you?
You were so close to being triplets with those men.
What are you talking about? I'm not even doing nothing.
That is big light skin activity.
By the way, I just want to say that I like Hikaru Shida's theme music because it reminds me of.
Yeah, that's nice. Can we get to the next point now?
So, with the strike being over, that means, of course, that Jonathan Cena is going back to where he belongs.
Yeah, that's why he lost the solo, so he could go home. So he could go back.
So he posted on IG his little things that he does randomly on IG where he put the "that's it" or the end or whatever.
Oh well, guess I got to go back and make this real money.
So can we all say thank you, Cena?
No, we cannot. I don't thank him for none of this. I'm on 10 tonight, y'all. Did y'all share this yet? Y'all didn't share this. Y'all a bunch of, listen, I love y'all and don't like y'all at the same time. Y'all don't share nothing. We got 2 likes. Y'all are stingy. Y'all are stingy. I'm shooting on everybody.
First of all, did you even make the promo? Did you write the promo today?
No. And this is now 2 weeks. Listen,
2 weeks.
Listen, I need an assistant soon. Me and my wife are very busy. We make a lot of business decisions and music now.
We're looking for a Wolfpack Wrestling Podcast intern. There you go.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, listen, if y'all want to help the company, if you have computer skills, don't come on here asking for help and you make your flyers in Microsoft Word. I ain't got time. No clip.
You don't need to worry about making the flyers. I make these. I do a damn good job making these shits.
You do. Right? You make them the morning of here recently. It used to be, we're getting good.
That's only because I wait due to the fact that it's always on a damn Thursday when news breaks.
A lot of news does, but that has nothing to do with the main point of the show sometimes.
I mean, maybe. Who knows? By the way, speaking of that strike being over, apparently Roman Reigns, Joe Anoa'i, and Malachi Black,
Well, my
Tom
wrestling.
Budgen, will reportedly starring in a movie called Action Force: The Divide, filming next year. And the movie will be based off of the Action Force figures from the 1980s. The movie is currently in pre-production.
I have no idea what Action Force is.
I've never heard of. Is it a Hasbro thing?
Wow. Anyway, so these guys aren't real nerds. Y'all make sure y'all take their.
No, please inform me because you're old enough.
I'm old enough.
Yes.
You're crazy.
I think I'm the oldest on the show, but I've never heard of Action Force.
Why
Okay,
so Action Force, I believe, is like actually no. What is Action Force? That's not what I was thinking.
Oh,
You were
wow.
the A-Team.
So you don't know what it is either.
Unless it's G.I. Joe.
No, that's not G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe, for those who don't know, have an Action Force. There's definitely an Action Force in G.I. Joe. And I think there is. So G.I. Joe has Action Force.
So
Sergeant
this one's
Slaughter-
going to have...
The Sergeant Slaughter action figure, matter of fact, I think was Action Force.
So this one will be...
It was basically the European version of G.I. Joe used to
The
introduce
fact you
G.I.
look
Joe
this
to
up.
America.
Thank you. And I didn't look it up. I'm looking
I
right
just looked
here.
it up. I had no idea.
Thank you,
I
Dave.
appreciate it. Yeah, because I definitely don't know what the fuck that was. I literally just saw that they were in the movie together. You know, congrats.
I mean,
guess.
it's congrats, but Joe can't act. Joe just learned how to cut promos.
Suffering succotash. What you talk about?
Joe had 0 lines in that movie with The Rock and with his cousin.
Suffering succotash.
He had 0 lines. He's bad.
Suffering
I'm sure he can
succotash.
learn how to act.
You can learn, but you also got to have some type of natural ability. Like John Cena was a natural. Like if you ask me, the way he
Suffering
acts
succotash.
with his quirky, as long as John Cena does quirky for funny, he's good. If he tries to be serious, I'm gonna laugh at him like Kevin Hart. Like when Kevin Hart does serious movies, it's a joke.
You know that man's gonna play a bootleg Aquaman, right? Like, let's just be honest here.
Who is?
You know who? Joe.
Are you trying to say? Nah, that's messed up, bro. That was racist. I call racist.
Jason Momoa ain't Samoan.
I still call racist because they look similar. That was racist. That was racist.
I'm moving on. You know
You're
what I'm saying?
Canadian. You can't talk about anybody.
You're a hater. By the way, AEW is on the same level as WWE. We're their competitors. We're both on national TV. We go head to head. We're right on them. We've beat them in the ratings at times. I'm glad that Powerhouse Hobbs said that. But I need for Powerhouse to get his fucking name back because apparently Von Wagner over in NXT is taking that name, which is kind of weird to me. But, you know.
What, he's Powerhouse Von Wagner?
That's what they've been calling him.
Those
The
of you who
Powerhouse
don't know,
Von
I
Wagner.
never remember Von Wagner's name on the show.
So maybe you'll get it now after they called him Powerhouse Von Wagner.
I'm gonna call him Powerhouse.
No!
Yeah,
We have a powerhouse.
that's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna no, we don't.
Hobbs.
No, we don't. Let me. The only thing Hobbs has done worth interest this year is beat Chris Jericho. Let's be real. He had
the shit out of Jericho.
He had a 2-week feud with Miro. They did nothing with, and then he destroyed Chris Jericho. Other than that, he had a lackluster title reign this year. He let Swerve surpass him as probably the person that's going to be the first AEW heavyweight champion. And Powerhouse Hobbs is over here working with Cody Rhodes' ex-lover as his manager and with the TMZ ripoff segment. That's why he went nowhere, because Tony Khan's never going to push any of Cody Rhodes' friends anywhere in that company. MJF is the only one that, like Cody, that has any position in that company right now.
Okay, why are you? Wusa.
You talking about Powerhouse Wagner, David?
They call him Big Wagner, but it would look too much like Wagner. I mean, yeah, Big Wanger.
No, Powerhouse.
They really do. I just don't like the fact that they really called him Powerhouse Von Wagner.
I'm not lying. Can y'all tell y'all that? He be calming me down when I be telling y'all.
But speaking of this, is like, do you guys agree? I mean,
no.
That's not even close.
So he's not allowed to feel how he feels about his employer.
Well, he feels that way, but he's not telling the truth.
Listen, he can exactly. He's allowed to feel however he wants to feel. That's his business. He can feel like he had a great title reign. He can feel like his faction made sense with Solo and the other dude, even though they weren't the American whatever's anymore and all of that. He can feel like that made sense too. It didn't. He can feel like his haircut makes sense. It don't. If you ask me, Power, he's not Powerhouse anymore. That's Von Wagner. Hobbs is nothing more than Big C.
Do you know who Hobbs looks like?
Two steps behind Big E. So I call him Big C.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to call him like Mr. C. I'm like, yo, wait a minute. Like,
oh, Big C.
Have you guys ever seen the first House Party movie? Full Force with the high tops?
You know I'm about to kick your fucking ass.
Yes, he looks like one of the members of Full Force.
That is exactly what he looks like.
I am not talking about them people because I know one of the members and I'm not gonna say anything. And one of my old friends is actually his nephew, so I'm gonna leave this one alone.
Oh, okay, well then tell your
one of the times I'm actually name dropping. Yeah.
Okay, well then tell your friend that his uncle looks like Hobbs.
Hobbs looks like the
Full Force.
Formerly
CM
known
Punk reportedly had a recent meeting with the WWE board.
Full Force Hobbs, I love it.
Can they stop using this picture of him from 25 years ago? Because CM Punk looks older than LA Knight.
Apparently, they also updated his pictures recently on their website.
If LA Knight is old, we should start calling CM Punk Colorado Mornings. Or Tampa Afternoon.
So this is just a fill out period to see, like, if they could possibly get something going or whatever. There was no contract signed. There was no contract offered. They was just talking. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to test.
Punk looks like Blade killed him in a movie.
He looks like a dried up liver. Anyway, all I am going to say is that
I'm not speaking on Punk anymore.
If it happens, I don't believe it's going to happen, but according to Booker T, I'm not going to put it past them hiring Punk back. I don't know. I can't say, but I do know that just about everybody that's left has come back, no matter what problems they've had.
That's true.
They both look like vampires. I want to stab them both with a wooden pipe right in the heart and see if they turn to ash.
Wow. So it also got reported that apparently LA Knight is facing accusations of having a bad attitude backstage at WWE. Now, according to Booker T,
why do we keep seeing these faces? For those who are wondering, this is the worst segment of faces we've ever had on the show.
I don't know about this guy. If he's got a bad attitude, my thing is I never really cared about getting heat with the boys as long as the boss liked everything that was going on. Because my name is Booker T. Ruckus.
Can't none of these men look in the mirror?
What do you mean none of them can look in the mirror?
They're all vampires, bro. They look like they're dead. Like, they literally look like vampires. When you wrestle to the point you look like a vampire, you should quit, Ric Flair.
You gotta relax. You really gotta relax. So, speaking of people that had to retire, see what I did there? That's kind of rude.
Booker T is the worst commentator in the world. He's worse than Byron and Coachman. Just so we're clear, Booker T is the worst of all time.
Stevie Ray, I'm not talking about your brother. If you have a problem, you can take it up with All Star.
Ray knows he's a very smart man. Your brother is the worst commentator in wrestling history.
WWE brought in Adnan Burke. He was terrible at commentating. They had someone else who was just plain awful.
So Big E, Rich Holland sent me a bunch of beef after the neck injury. That's how we settle things as men. He sent him beef. And said there are no hard feelings with him and Rich Holland. And this was when he was speaking to Hot 97. He said, yeah, we worked together before. He's a good dude, so I didn't want him to feel bad. He's actually sent me a box of meat rub. That's how us men, that's how we settle things. That's how we smoke the peace pipe. He sent me a bunch of beef. I don't really eat red meat like that, so sent it to Johnny Davenport. It's no hard feelings. Things just went awry. There's no malice. He didn't mean to hurt me. He was posting that people were sending him death threats. Things go awry in wrestling. It happens. He didn't mean it. We're cool. It's fine. Leave that man alone.
Hey, so Garcia, Kendall, Enforcer, Dan, everybody who's on tonight. Who else is on here tonight?
Shout out to Garcia tuning in from YouTube.
Yeah, David. Check this out. This question is for y'all. Do y'all ever get annoyed with Ja bringing up pointless wrestling news in the middle of our show?
Wow, that's pointless.
I never want to hear about a man sending another man meat. It's just it doesn't interest me.
That's how they smoked the peace pipe. They just had to send each other meat. What's wrong with them sending each other meat?
Dan's been on an all meat. I think Ja's also on an all meat diet. I think he's joined.
Pause. Let's get to the next one.
Pause.
I mean, you should.
I hate you. I really do sometimes. I just want to let you know that
I don't think Wade Barrett's bad at commentary. Tell you the truth.
By the way, so this was announced, and these are the matches that they're going to be for Wrestle Kingdom. Now, the crazy thing is, I woke up to the craziest news that apparently that Bryan Danielson, who had appeared in a recorded video, called out Okada to a match at Wrestle Kingdom 18. That same weekend, we also found out there's going to be Will Ospreay versus Jon Moxley, and now versus David Finlay for the IWGP, whatever the fuck is going to be called, championship, because David Finlay just smashed both of them fucking shits. He slashed the American one, and he smashed the British one.
Are we really surprised at this point? Every January, and like they have their best card. Every January, New Japan does this. Like this card isn't going to be anything less than. It's going to be amazing. Hopefully, Bryan doesn't stub his toe on the way to Japan, or trip over his daughter's foot, or get his sister confused with the other one and get Vela bombed or whatever it's called. I don't know. Like, hopefully, he can make it.
Shout out to my boy Dre. You're gonna lose this week. Fine, I'm going against him in another league for basketball.
Also, I'm gonna holler at whatever black girl does Bryan Danielson's hair,
bro. Well, yo,
can
we talk about it? Why does this man braids always look like he got the fresh, like soon as
clean,
he walks
bro.
to the ring, like clean?
It's definitely a sister backstage.
This shit be looking better than mine. Like the fuck?
Bree ain't doing that shit.
Yeah, no, Bree ain't doing that. No,
wow.
Bree don't know how to do that.
Well, she looks, but she can't touch.
He gets his hair done in the hood, 100%.
I mean, hey. So, just so you guys know, for WrestleMania next year, that they are actually playing a special show for NXT, Stand and Deliver in Philly. I don't know what is supposed to be happening. I don't know if we're going to get some debuts for some wrestlers who are going to be free around that time.
NXT cook. Just let NXT cook for all those who have been converted and jumped on this NXT bandwagon. Just let them cook, you haters. When I've been telling you,
I hate that shit.
I've been telling y'all for 3 to 4 months. NXT is turned around. NXT start, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And now look where we're at.
That's fine. You know why? Because they did the same thing with Impact. Now look at all you motherfuckers who like Impact and always use Impact as a fucking dumbass fucking reason to talk about women's wrestling being the greatest thing. Yeah, y'all don't even support it. Y'all don't even fucking watch Impact Wrestling. So I don't know why you guys even constantly talk about fucking Impact Wrestling, because you guys don't even support Impact Wrestling whatsoever. You can't even name 5 fucking women on the fucking daggone roster. So don't sit there and talk about, the Impact has the best fucking women's wrestling roster on the fucking television. Well, you even fucking watch it at all.
I have no idea.
You don't fucking support it.
I have no idea who is watching Impact Wrestling.
You don't fuck with Impact.
Especially considering
fake ass fans. You fucking
John doesn't watch Impact because our show is on Thursday night. So I don't have any idea.
I can catch the replay.
I don't know who.
I don't do ratings.
But I know Ja's not, because we're here right now. And yes, Impact has the best female division only because they like each other. Because WWE, once again, Triple H is showing he got the females. He's now building his tag team division. Every wrestling organization is scrambling. It's scrambling. scrambling. And when Trinity leaves Impact and goes back to WWE for WrestleMania, I don't want to hear nothing when her music hits and the rainbows come out and she slides down the aisle at WrestleMania 40. I don't want to hear Jack. I don't want to hear nothing about Impact. Definitely not Jordan Grace. I don't want to hear nothing.
And John's wifey, Jordan Grace, is gonna take over.
Well, you might actually hear more about Impact. You know why? TNA Wrestling is interested in doing another video game.
Nobody cares, bro. Only you. Only you. Only you. Only you.
So you want to get a TNA video game?
No, absolutely. For what? For who?
Why not? Why not?
If it was free to download, like Fortnite, then maybe.
Yeah, if it was like a part of my PlayStation Plus and it was like a free game 1 month, I
guarantee you're waiting for Fight Forever to basically be on PlayStation Plus, aren't you?
Oh no, not at all. I'm never playing Fight Forever. I have no desire to play Fight Forever.
Why not?
I'm not playing Fight Forever until it's on sale. Not paying.
By the way, I didn't even get to mention that this is the lineup for basically the full week for WrestleMania, where you have SmackDown and Hall of Fame, NXT, and Night 1 on the same day.
Hey, are any of you from Philly that are watching right now? Also, can you share this show and like the post like I said 25 minutes ago? Can you do that?
Please.
Can you like it? Can you share?
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm normally the nice one, but I'm shooting tonight.
Just fucking do it.
I'm shooting. Is anybody from Philly? I hope not, because the best thing about Philly is the Eagles. Other than that, it is a horrible city. The entire city.
We're not gonna do this. So let's just get into something real quick. So apparently, this came from Logan Paul. Mr. Bad Bunny don't want this smoke. I'm a Maverick. We eat bunnies for breakfast.
If they are planning this match for WrestleMania, I'm gonna be so upset.
I heard that apparently they're gonna plan LA Knight versus Logan Paul.
Okay, and LA Knight wins the Intercontinental Championship. The USA
title.
The USA, the highest title he'll ever hold in the company. Yeah, let's do it.
Wow.
Yeah, let's do it.
Wow.
Yeah, let's give LA.
You'd rather see that than Bad Bunny and Logan Paul?
Hey, have you ever watched LA Knight wrestle? Because I did in 1989.
Okay, so next, Ronda Rousey had to say that they think that they like to try to erase what Shayna's done for the women's sports, women's combat sports, the UFC and WWE. They like to minimize that just because they don't like her.
Listen, Ronda, go live your life. Go get your money.
She's wrestling in, Pro Wrestling Revolver.
And I guess we'll talk about this when we get to the pay-per-view recap. But yes, that Logan Paul definitely saved Rey Mysterio's life. Or I'll say the or when we get there.
Anyway, so also nice thing we could actually really talk about before I get into the next is that Corey Graves and Carmella officially announced the birth of their son.
Ooh, congratulations!
Congratulations to them and the story that they've had. Now maybe Corey can stay off television for a little while. I wouldn't mind that.
I don't mind Corey Graves. I mind Booker T a lot. I don't mind Corey.
I think Corey Graves is pretty damn good.
Although Corey has made a living on making fun of light-skinned black men, so I don't like that. He's made a living on making fun of Byron and Jonathan.
So WWE and UFC's parent Endeavor are now TKO Group. After the merger and some exciting things are on the way, they said that during a recent holdings call that they wanted to do super weekends with WWE and UFC events going forward. The idea would be to have WWE and UFC take over a certain city from Saturday to Monday, running events, creating a huge spectacle for the fans that would certainly be quite lucrative as well. Do you guys think that's going to work?
I don't care.
No, it is going to work because they're going to do Friday SmackDown, Saturday UFC, Sunday WWE, Monday Raw.
Can I tell you why I don't care? Because they do that now anyway.
You basically just cut out NXT, by the way.
That's literally how the events go now.
We shall see. Well, let's get into this part. So, not even getting into Crown Jewel, but for those that watched it, I mean, pretty sure you know already. Kairi Sane is back in the WWE.
Are we talking about Kairi before we talk about Crown Jewel?
because I have some news. This has to do with the signings and everything.
Oh man.
So Kairi Sane was signed back about maybe a couple months ago, since like August or so, and we've been waiting for her to come back. She made her surprise, return at Crown Jewel, and once this happened, everyone started going crazy, right? Because then they said that this would be so cool. Because just imagine a new WWE faction featuring Io Sky, Asuka, Xia Li, Sarai, and Kairi Sane. And they also said, which is being covered in this ticker, that with Shinsuke Nakamura as their mouthpiece.
Who's they, bro?
Whoever decided to make this. Now, the crazy thing is, all this came out once she came back and she was on Crown Jewel, because there was a rumor saying that there are supposed to be 2 more wrestlers joining Io Sky and Kairi Sane. Now, apparently, is one that's been supposedly coming, and then apparently there's one that no one ever thought would be possible or saw coming. And that's when the whole thing apparently that, remember, we spoke about this last week, that apparently Sari, whatever you want to call her, was basically coming back and she wanted to wrestle in America. Then apparently it came out that WWE was interested in signing her back. So they all thought that this was supposed to be the other person in that so-called rumor, right? No. Sari signs a multi-deal with Sukuban. You want to know what Sukuban is? Sukuban is a brand new company that is a Joshi wrestling promotion in America. And Sari has signed a whole multi-year deal. That's actually very fucking interesting when you think about it. Now, that brings in another wrestling promotion, specifically for women, and specifically for Joshi wrestling fans in America. Now, how that's going to work, I have no clue. But she went there, so that took that out of play. But then more news came out, because people swore up and down that Julia has been talking to the WWE and is supposed to be going to the Performance Center this month. And people start saying, shout out to Brian, saying that, first Jade, Kairi returned, and now Julia is expected to be at the WWE Performance Center this month.
Saying people are saying, you take these posts from the neckbeards that post in these.
Because it's been going around everywhere, and everyone swore up and down this was happening. So let me be the one to break the news to you that, no, Julia is not coming to the fucking Performance Center because she is still under contract with Bushido Road. She's booked solid in Japan all the way into January.
I do want to say this, though, for those of you who are curious. When most of these women's contracts are up, especially Julia, Jade has set a precedence. They will come. WWE is building their women division. They were embarrassed, as they should be, when everything happened with Sasha, Trinity, when Vince, when Sasha was okay with forsaking her husband and being Vince's little friend and saying I love Vince on Twitter every day, and then when Vince don't call her back, she leaves the arena with her friend. And they want to keep acting like that's not what happened. And since that moment, they were embarrassed. The women's tag team titles are embarrassing. Their women's division was embarrassing. The whole 9 yards. Recently, they're trying to. Triple H is rebuilding that division.
Yeah, it's not working.
I disagree. I like every female in the division. The only person who seems lost is Nikki Cross. The only person. And I almost laughed at her gimmick on Monday. But she's the only woman that seems lost. The rest of them, Chelsea Green, they all have direction. He is building that. He is building that locker room.
If you say so. By the way, Liv is coming back to TV soon.
Speaking of a good women's division, y'all be hating for the worst reasons. The worst women's division in wrestling is New Japan Pro Wrestling because they currently have one and there's only like 2 women signed them.
Wow. So, Megan Bayne has been under AEW contract for months. Now, here's the crazy thing. For those who don't know her, look her up. So, the thing is, this was going around too. Okay? However, Stardom basically came out because everyone's saying that AEW sent her there to train or whatever. Stardom came out and said no wrestler has ever been sent by AEW to come to Stardom, not once.
Bro, we have to stop sharing these people who don't know what they're talking about. We have to share legitimate sources. These people obviously don't know what they're talking about.
I only share Fightful.
I think Fightful was sharing the fact that people were sharing it like you're doing right now. Because Fightful's not ignorant.
I'm talking about it, the fact that people need to relax when they listen to these rumors. You basically are 3 for 3.
It is disrespectful to Stardom to try and act like there's some type of developmental brand. That is disrespectful. They are the
AEW is sending wrestlers there.
They are the best female wrestlers on the planet. For those wondering, we don't watch it a lot, but if you get the chance to, Stardom has the best female wrestlers on the planet.
Everyone we've named from overseas that you guys don't know what we're talking about, especially when we talk about like the top 200 and something women or the top, you know what I'm saying, like women in the wrestling. We literally say these people's names for a reason for you guys to go look them up. Just saying. Now,
AEW's women division is trash.
Here's the thing that I wanted to talk about since it happened. So remember last week? You remember last week, right? I shared this picture, right? I think we all remember we were talking about this. And what was the words you said?
I said this. I'm pretty sure I said there's no way that he's doing this on live television. I said, who watched this? No one watches this.
And well,
that's literally the dumbest shit I've ever seen in wrestling history.
Well, here's the crazy thing. It was watched, all right. It was watched to the point that it was even watched by the people that they just got a fucking television deal with. Yeah. NWA cocaine spot could affect their TV deal with CW.
And not could, it already did.
It did. It did. See, the CW officials were probably upset with the stunt and said there was a 90% chance that both shows will now air on CW's app versus the broadcast. And by the way, they said that there was also a note that the reality series was fully paid for by Corrigan with the idea that CW would sell the ads for it. So that was supposed to be on the show because it was getting 2 shows. It was getting 2 shows, by the way. Okay. And this was all pushed by Billy Corgan. He's the one that wanted this spot on television. Now, remember, this is the same man I kind of talked about 2 weeks ago, who when he threw that little shot at AEW, right? When he was talking about like, oh, you shouldn't talk about your competitors, and that's why we have like such a good standing with WWE, and right? He was saying all that shit, trying to suck Vince's dick and TKO's dick and trying to get like whatever type of fucking promotion he could, right? Because like I said, Waco has said that CW Network was willing to offer 8-figure deal to NWA. Didn't happen. And now a number of talent want to leave the promotion because of this, because Billy Corgan pushed it. But everything, it's fine, right? Right? That's why that company is in damn shape that it's in, because of bullshit like that. And my Hogan voice. Because, let's just put it out there, Billy Corgan is a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. You should not be in wrestling. You should not be running a wrestling promotion. This is not XPW. This is not the 90s. You cannot try to push the envelope by pushing drugs, my guy. It didn't work. It didn't work with Brian Pillman when he had the gun.
Dude,
it didn't work with fucking Triple H when he was fucking a dead body and had the fucking brains thrown out.
Billy Corgan is bugging out for that. I don't understand what the fuck he was thinking. That's literally the dumbest shit that you could possibly ever do.
It didn't work with Muhammad Hassan either.
I'm a big Corgan fan. I love the Smashing Pumpkins, one of my favorite bands. But it's like, don't book wrestling. Don't book wrestling ever again in your life, because you just ruined a TV deal that would have brought your company exposure and millions of dollars.
Yeah, this is Vanilla Kent.
This is this generation's finger poke of doom. Well, this is this company's finger point of doom, I should say. Because this was stupid. But, I mean, it couldn't affect, their deal that badly, right? Right? Oh, wait. It did. CW is now going to be the new home for NXT. coming in October 2024. You fumbled the bag, Billy. You fumbled the bag, and Nick Khan came in and took your bitch. Just put it out there. He took your shit. He said, listen, you want to be able to watch our show and we can put on stars at any given time. You want us to be able to bring some of our up-and-coming stars and put them on our television shows and all that stuff. You got to sign with us. Like, put us on your network. You don't have to worry about cocaine, baby.
Shout out to CW for dodging a bullet, because NWA has no stars anyway. I never understood.
They had Tyrus. What you talking about?
Stop it, bro. That's like telling me EC3 is a star.
He is, isn't he?
No,
absolutely not. But
no.
They would have been able to build stars with a TV deal, right? Getting
Who?
more
With stuff like this?
Definitely not with stuff like that.
Who? The only superstar NWA has had for all these years was Nick Aldis, and he's.
And you look how they treated him. So this is why I go on to say that Billy Corgan is a fucking idiot.
They had Sam down.
Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. Like the promotion is weak, and CW dodged a bullet, and now NXT gets an extra $2 million. So holla at him.
Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But the crazy thing about all this when it comes to NXT, right? Because I got to show it, NXT brand. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them.
Hey. Stars, you haters. Stars.
Way better stars than anybody that would have been on NWA. So the crazy thing about all this, though, now here's the one thing I'm actually going to say may not be beneficial to them. Now, apparently, WWE legends Jerry the King Lawler, JBL, and Leader are set to appear on NXT over the next few weeks. The company plans to have packed shows leading up to the NXT deadline in December.
What's wrong with this?
Okay. Now, wait. Here's this. Ready? NXT possibly heading back on the road with the move to CW.
Okay.
Wrong. This should not happen. There is a reason why NXT is the way that it is and why it is good at how it is. Keep it at Full Sail.
I agree. There should be no NXT house shows.
Thank you. Keep it at Full Sail. Do not have these people go on the road. Do not have these people sitting up there trying to basically pack them in arenas that you fill for Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, because you're going to get the same fucking treatment that you've given AEW when they don't have a full crowd. So I'm just saying, because I know for a fact, and I think we all know for a fact, NXT is not going to fill up a fucking arena for a weekly show.
NXT, like they do now when they go on the road, and it's not, but right before a bigger WWE event, they do not take the bigger arenas. They take smaller scale. It's like when they come to Long Island, they take Nassau Coliseum like AEW does. They're not going to take the Barclays, and that's fine.
They did take the Barclays before, didn't they?
But they need
NXT Brooklyn.
But they need to go on the road because these superstars, what NXT could do with the wrestlers they have now is build it to more than a developmental brand.
Do you think they would be able to fill up a big arena?
In NXT's
right now,
going back to what All Star was saying, they were able to sell out the Barclays, the Garden, whatever, what have you.
And in order for them to get
every takeover.
In order for them to get back there, they have to start somewhere. That's what I'm saying. Why are we trying to keep them in Full Sail? They have to get back there.
Dude,
they have the talent.
NXT is great right now, but it's not on the level of what it was.
But because they
Balor, Joe.
Bro, are we serious? Because they were on the road. They got the looks. They got the promotion. The same thing that these guys need. These girls and guys need.
Well,
if people don't buy tickets, it's going to make them look foolish. I think they should stay in Full Sail, keep doing what they're doing, and then possibly go on the road.
Then doing that, though, why would they continue to stay there? The point is to grow.
So we also talked about this before. coming along with SmackDown going to USA, right? With their new 5-year deal. Now NXT is going to CW. Where do you guys think Raw is going to go?
It's staying where it is.
No, I read this morning that Raw's
No, it's not. The FX network is reportedly the front runner for the new home of Raw.
That's what I read this morning. So.
Which is technically still Fox in a way, but I'll leave that one alone. But yeah, FX will be the new home for Raw. Now, also what was reported with this is that SmackDown is expected to air live on the West Coast when it moves to the USA Network. This is because it's been reported that SmackDown will be starting from 5 to 7.
East Coast?
No, 5 on the West, 8 here.
5 on the West, 8 here.
Oh, that's fine. That's the same thing.
But theirs will be live, which I don't understand. Like, what's the difference? Because I thought there was already live. But apparently, because of the way that the format of the show is going to be, they have to watch it at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, just watch it right after.
There is no more coming on at 8 o'clock like how it did before.
Oh, they don't. They have to watch it at 5.
They have to watch it at 5 o'clock.
That's fine. I would like it if it was on at 5. I could do other things on my Friday night.
Or just DVR it like everybody else.
Mm-hmm. And also, one of the last bit of things to talk about when it comes to signings, Will Ospreay and WWE is having active conversations about a potential deal.
Blah blah blah. Will Ospreay's having active conversations with everyone. Everyone in the
He's a whore.
I know.
Now, someone has said, judging by the reaction, I thought all of you thought that he was just a flippy guy who doesn't sell and just wrestles for Meltzer stars. So I'm trying to understand like why people are so happy. I kind of agree with him because a lot of the same fucking toxic ass WWE fans been just talking shit about this man for a decade, like literally.
Of course, you agree with this troll, and it's not toxic WWE fans. It's just toxic wrestling fans. This is the problem. It doesn't matter where he goes. There are gonna be people who hate on it because that's what wrestling fans like to do. And maybe I'm not talking about the ones that watch the show. Not Dan, not Kendall, not Brian, not the Enforcer, not anybody who watches the show, of course. But there are fans out there who love to just hate on whatever happens. Like it doesn't matter, bro. Like wrestling will never die. Will Ospreay is the best wrestler in the world currently today. Any flippy dippy dude you think is flippy dippy is just like saying it's
what the fuck you say?
Any flippy dippy dude that you think is flippy dippy is just like when And1 started and then people were like, I don't like all that dribbling. You sound old. You sound grouchy. You sound stupid.
And let Ospreay do whoever he wants to, man. He's pushing his price up. Good for him.
By the way, you know who actually pushed the stock up and kind of like was like the best kept non-secret that was out? Monica May has officially become All Elite.
She couldn't come to NXT. We got Tiffany Stratton.
But I mean, she's apparently a we'll talk about that during Dynamite. But she's a Tony Storm stan, you know? So word. It's interesting.
Please do not use Tony Storm to pop this nobody. Use somebody else.
A nobody. You was just talking about Stardom, and now you're talking about she's a nobody.
Compared to Tony Storm, as far as popularity goes, Tony Storm is the biggest female wrestler in AEW right now. Britt Baker got washed for no reason. We just let her get washed. She was we let Saraya come in, who has never wrestled a match in AEW. Sure, she's been in the ring, but has really wrestled.
Mariah May or Monica May?
Do y'all remember what she's done? Like
Mariah May.
You said Monica, so I should double check it.
I know I said Monica.
Hey, are y'all listen? I need y'all to come in the comments and tell me if y'all know who little Tiffany Stratton is, who Tiffany Stratton Jr. is. Do y'all know who Tiffany Stratton Jr. was?
You're gonna stop. You're gonna fucking stop. You're gonna stop.
I
know Enforcer knows who she is. All right. I know, Hill, shout out to Hill and Reese, from Brace the Thirst podcast. I know they know who he is, who she is. So word. Weekly shows, SmackDown. What do you guys think about SmackDown, the go home show, which was already pre-taped and got spoiled already?
Next.
Because the only thing I think that was popping was this, because I'm trying to figure why the fuck.
Let's just get to the show. We have nothing for this black girl to do. So let's team her up with the black boys.
And then we get, basically being told that you're a bargain basement Taz ripoff. And then they exchange with these guys. All right, so no one cared about SmackDown is what you're telling me because it was taped.
No one. Absolutely nobody, because the pay-per-view was the next day. It is the worst day to have that type of show when the next day in the middle of the afternoon is the pay-per-view in a whole nother country. It's stupid.
It's like less than 12 hours later. It's like
we already went home to the point where they're not even in that country. It's pre-taped. They're go home show. How about y'all go home? And like let's just play promotions like AEW does. Let's just play all the ads on Friday nights before international shows, so we don't have to sit there and act like we care when the very next day we're going to get the show.
I mean, you're not lying. You're not lying. Because I mean,
at 10 o'clock at night, Crown Jewel started at 12 the next afternoon.
That's crazy. That's stupid.
And we're supposed to believe that they got over there. Like, this shit's not. You know what? Like, that's my whole thing about it.
Let's talk about the show that was solid, that I heard all of you prissy, horrible wrestling fans act like was bad when I've seen worse shows from you on your Facebook acting like you care about stuff you don't really care about.
WWE Crown Jewel. All right, let's just get into it. What was the first thing that happened? All right, the kickoff. So we had JD McDonough versus Sami Zayn. What do you guys think?
Can we just give them numbers so we can run through them? It's easy. 1 to 10. The kickoff gets a 3. It was trash. It was pointless. Now that scar, that rope burn gets a 12. That's a rope burn.
What? You the rope burn.
Wait, Kent, you said a 4. I said a 3. Ja, what do you say? Thank you, Kendall.
I'll give it a 4.
Exactly. So that's
by the
3.5 for the kickoff. Next.
By the way, breaking news. The bunny that everyone knows is Allie, also known as Laura Dennis, and AEW has mutually parted ways. The bunny is no longer under AEW, and this is the same day that she announced that she has joined OnlyFans. So she's going the way of Paige Van Zandt.
For those wondering where we're going to see the bunny, I don't know if AEW has a non-compete clause. If they don't, we'll see Bunny on TNA next Thursday. She might be on there right now. Somebody turn it on.
You know what? I can't stand you. I really can't.
Oh, the whole show. Okay, yeah, no. We're talking about the pre-show right now, bro. The pre-show is a solid 3.5.
Oh gosh. Next match, I believe that was
Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna be very honest. Drew McIntyre is still boring. I don't know why y'all trying to make me feel like he's not. He's still boring. But this match was a 7.5.
I'm going to give it a 8 because of Seth.
I wanted to give it an 8. I did.
I was going to go 8 from the beginning.
Yeah, I want. You know what? Forgive me. 8. It's an 8. Solid 8 across the board.
But can we also agree that basically every Seth match is at least an 8?
No, can we all agree that there's at least an 8 because Seth really works?
Yeah. Seth can
definitely work.
He's awesome.
Seth is one of the best workers in the history of wrestling.
I actually liked this little exchange between Damian Priest and Sammy, but it didn't pay off for nothing.
Yeah, but but Kendall, that's unfair, bro. Like the horrible fake cash-in that Ja tried to claim as a win for himself that night, which was trash. It definitely was a letdown. But the match itself between the actual two individuals was great. The near falls, they played it very well.
See, I thought the fake cash-in with Sammy breaking it up was cool because I thought that Sammy didn't go to Saudi. I thought that was his thing. He didn't go.
Bro, we had already seen him against JD McDonough.
What are you talking about? He was in Saudi since last year. We came out speaking in the native tongue. What are you talking about?
And he's still wearing his garb, his robe, when he comes out.
What are you talking about? Do you watch this wrestling? Do you watch wrestling? Okay. The next match, I believe, was the fatal 5-way women that are always dressed, so we could just put them in a match together because they already are fully
nobody
clothed.
Wants to see their skin anyway. Raquel Gonzalez Sorry.
First off, can we just talk about this entrance?
No, because that was the last entrance. So we're not going to skip Raquel's entrance because that's what I'm about to talk about. Raquel Rodriguez Gonzalez Consuela came out and showed her back, but it was covered. So it looked like she was showing her butt in a place where you could go to jail for doing that. So she looked so stupid, turning around and flexing with clothes on, and then pointing at her, what she thought she's pointing at her back, when really you're just pointing at the back of yourself. So it was like you were pointing at your butt. You look stupid.
You can't get arrested or killed for showing your booty hole. It's just a booty hole.
Nah, not in certain countries. You must be out your mind, bro. That ain't America.
I mean, okay, but can we talk about the fire entrance for Rhea?
Oh, the entrance was it was WrestleMania level for her.
And she deserved it. She deserved it. So what do you guys think of this match?
I don't know about that.
What do you guys think of the match? Because I thought this was one of the best spots ever. How Shayna had three people.
That was the only best spot. The match itself is a 4.
Ooh.
I like the finish. The finish was decent.
I'll give it a 5.5.
What do you give it, Kent?
4.5.
Okay, bet. Yeah, solid.
So 4 or 5. Yeah,
it's a 4. It's a 4 or 5.
There we go. You know what I'm saying? Next was John Cena's last match for the next 3 years. Versus Solo Sikoa.
0.
Wow. You gave it a 0?
0.
Darkin, what you giving it?
I'm gonna give it a couple points because
a couple points?
It made Solo look strong, right?
But you're not strong.
Did it really? 0.
It really did. He beat the shit out of one of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
Is he still great? It's just this people still think John Cena's great.
He's the GOAT.
Well, yeah, man. First of all, this picture of Solo just standing here with his thumb in the air with the ref down on her knees is crazy because that's all I see.
But
he's the GOAT.
WWE is trying way too hard with this GOAT thing because they say it like every 15 seconds.
If you beat up a what do you call a washed up GOAT? That's a good question.
Halal food.
Oh.
But you know what? I'm gonna give it a 4 because Solo.
Jolina Lau.
That's crazy. Bro, that's super racist considering they were in Saudi Arabia too. Like
that's not. But oh my God, you said what do you call a cooked goat?
No, I said a washed goat, and that is racist.
No,
fine.
A cooked
My
goat
bad.
is very goat. Roti.
Oh, fine. John Rhodey. That's what we're gonna call him. John Rhodey.
This match was pointless. I know we're trying to say that it made Solo look stronger or whatever the case may be, but Solo.
So you gave it a 0. I'm giving it a 3.
And Kent gave it what, a 2.5?
I gave it a 3 because of Solo getting over strong.
Okay, so with my 2, with my 0 and y'all 3, this is a 2.
Yeah, on average.
So when you can't afford the Great Khali or you can't afford DJ Khaled, you get whoever the fuck this was.
Ibram Al-Hajjaj.
Who?
Ibram Al-Hajjaj.
Who?
Ibram Al-Hajjaj.
Okay, listen. Okay, one more time. Who?
Ibram Al.
Who is he?
He is a comedian actor and it's from Saudi Arabia.
He got a pop.
I ain't never
Who he was in the crowd.
ever.
He is a comedic Bollywood star. And from someone who has watched Bollywood movies, it is some of the best movies, like musicals of all time.
I watched Bollywood. I watched Slumdog Millionaire.
That is not a Bollywood movie. That's disrespectful.
Yeah, that's a
They did the traditional Bollywood dance at the end of the movie.
That is not a Bollywood movie.
That's not considered a Bollywood movie?
No. Bollywood movies have Indian titles. Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. It's a great movie. You should try that one.
Send it to me.
I will.
Because I can't pronounce that. Gotcha.
I got you. But like Bollywood is fire. So and plus they have one of the biggest nations we all know in the world. So he got the biggest pop. He almost got like
they have more honor kids than America have kids.
Bro, he almost got a Bad Bunny pop, and nobody from America. and nobody of America knew who he was. Like, so salute to him for coming out and still trying to have us believe the Miz is a face. All of this to have us buy into the Miz being a face.
This was a waste of time.
For those who don't know, you can get the other guy over there. What's his name? The one that tag teams with Austin Theory with John Cena budget.
Grayson Waller.
Oh, Grayson Waller.
Grayson Waller's shirt, $15.99 off Amazon.
Wow.
You too can dress like Grayson Waller.
I mean, he kind of has the same shirt as Lois from Family Guy, but you know.
Wait, Dan, here's the thing. We never said we didn't like The Miz. I just said that WWE keeps trying to push the fact that they're turning Miz face. Nobody dislikes The Miz.
We all love The Miz. He's a way
We
better.
all like the Miz is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Absolutely. But dude, let's not give up on his face turn right away.
I'm not giving up on it. I'm just tired of them.
Can't give up on something that never started.
Yeah, no, they have started it. They keep doing it every week at this point.
Like I said, I don't think it started. It doesn't matter.
It started on Monday. The Miz's face turn's real.
They keep trying to shove it down our throats, but like no, come on, pause. Jeez.
Pause on that. You know how the Miz's face turn is real? He did a springboard crossbody and a tornado DDT. He's doing baby face moves to get a baby face.
He's only doing this because of MJF basically stepping up his moveset. You know what I'm saying? So now
the Miz hasn't wrestled this hard since Dolph Ziggler ladder match.
You went there. So I think the next match was
Damian Priest and Cody.
No, it wasn't. It was Logan Paul. Yes, right. Ray and Logan Paul.
All right,
so now we can talk about it.
Let's just get the elephant out the room out the way. This spot right here. I want to talk to y'all for a minute. So if you realize Ray, who has done this simple flip off the ropes probably a million times in his career, and we keep saying, "Wow, Logan saved Ray," or was Logan not where he was supposed to be for the spot?
Okay, I know where you're going with this. But let me just say this. Wait.
Ray didn't make his.
He didn't get enough air, and this isn't a common thing because to bring it up for those that know the wrestling history, this is the same spot that caused Hayabusa to be paralyzed.
Thank you, Dan. No, hold on. Thank you, Dan. At the same token, he was still super far away. Did y'all see how far away Logan Paul was?
Granted, yeah, but he did save him. If he did not step up, that's why I'm giving Logan his props. I would never say that, but I'm giving Logan his props on that.
It's 50-50 because Logan was.
If Logan never stepped up, then Ray would be Hayabusa again.
No, he wouldn't.
And we do not need that.
Ray would have landed on his face.
Give Logan his props.
If you see the way that he was landing, bro, he would have landed right on his neck.
He would have put his hands. He would have landed.
He did not have enough time to put his hands. He would have landed on his neck.
The bottom line is, it was a botch on both ends. Why we keep acting like Logan was in the right spot? He still wasn't in the right spot.
Ray didn't make his flip far enough.
Logan was also not in the right spot.
Logan was in the right spot. Ray didn't make his flip.
He was halfway across the ring. Ain't nobody flipping over there but Ricochet. Ain't nobody flipping 3/4 of the ring but Ricochet.
Logan was in position. Ray was not. Logan saved his life.
I feel it was both of them. With that said, the match was an 8.
Absolutely. And you know what?
9.5.
Every single Logan match has been at least an 8.
What are you giving it, Kent?
I was gonna go 8.5, 9. So
we're sitting at a 9 again. We're sitting at an 8.5. We're sitting at that for an average.
Mm.
The social media guy has the best match on the card is crazy.
By the way, if we're putting together our scores right now, this card is at a solid 7 right now.
I mean, minus like what? 3 matches?
Yep.
So you think about it. Let's see. The Sami Zayn match. We said that wasn't all that.
But that's the pre-show too. Let's just get rid of that.
All right. So the Seth match was fire.
Yes, that's right there at the 8.5.
Of course, the the fatal 5-way with the women was.
We dropped that. That dropped him a little bit. That dropped.
Cena and
that
Solo.
dropped him too.
Yeah, not great.
Let me see what else. The Grayson Waller thing with Miz.
Nobody cares about that. And then we just talked about this. This was great. So they're two greats, two mids. Not even mid, because the solo match wasn't mid. It just wasn't.
It
wasn't giving anything, basically. And then we had Bianca versus Io.
9. And I don't mean no in German. I mean 9. I mean 9 for the simple fact that Kairi Sane has the second greatest flying elbow in the history of wrestling. That's right. This Japanese woman has the best elbow of the modern era in wrestling. The best. I love Kairi Sane. I'm so glad she's back. I'm so glad she's with Io. I'm so glad she had a lime green and black braid in her hair. She's getting I'm not mad at a 9.5 because I love Io too. And you know what else? I love Bianca. This is crazy. I love everybody in this match. You better believe it. You better bet your bottom dollar. 9.
I'm going with an 8.5.
I'm going with a 9 too, bro.
9.
Ari on the comeback. The match itself was super solid.
9.
I guess
Way
you
to
could
go,
say long-term story building because Bayley knew nothing about this, and the last time that Kairi was there, she got fucked up by Bayley.
And the end game of this entire thing is Io versus Kairi Sane. And
no, the whole end game of this is bringing out the Black Lotus Squad.
Oh yeah, best believe it. Oscar's gonna. Let me tell you something.
Yes,
I am normally against taking races and throwing them all into a group, but please,
but not with this one.
Please take every Japanese woman y'all have and throw them in this group. Oh my God,
Kairi versus
Xia Li, please.
Please Xia. Kairi versus Bayley. Kairi versus Bayley, take it. Kairi versus Bianca, take it. I mean, I don't care. Io's the same way. I'm the same way with Io. I'm the same way with Oscar.
You know I love Xia Li.
Take my money.
I'm a big Xia Li person.
Take my money. I don't think
all that.
Xia got strikes. Xia hasn't seen as
Xia
much.
could be their enforcer.
Xia hasn't had as much experience as the other three for me to give her their greatness. I was still saying that
Xia could be the enforcer.
Yeah, I do understand.
Think about it.
She's definitely not wrestling wise at the level of those other three.
Because her strike, she can take somebody the fuck out.
Yeah, she has great, but that's it.
So that's why I would put her up there.
She's not a big worker. She has strikes.
Io, Kairi, Asuka might be the 3 best female wrestlers in WWE.
I mean, who else you gonna put? You gonna put Michin Yim?
No, just the 3.
Bro, I already told you where she could go. Home.
Wow, you gotta stop.
She's
and then we had Cody versus Damian Priest.
Love the match. Cody cutters all day.
Are we okay? You ready for a number? We're giving numbers though, right? 5.
I was about to say the same damn thing. Fuck you. 5.
The Cody Rhodes match doesn't get less than a 7. So we're gonna go 7.
Yeah, that's a lie.
That's a lie.
That match was a 5.
It was mid. It was very mid, bro. It was very mid.
I
was giving it a 5 is just being nice.
Dale said a 6, but that's the average, so we'll settle there. We'll settle.
I'm saying, like, we're saying 5 is being nice. Like it was okay. I can win without that match.
I was about to say, to be honest, the 5 was because they didn't wrestle bad. It just was pointless. So I think that took away from the point of there was no point to the match at the end of the day.
Exactly.
There was no point. So because of that, it can't be higher than a 5.
To agree with what you're
7 because you're a fan.
It was a stopgap match for Cody just to get him on the card, do a couple moves, have him look good. So yes, the match didn't really accomplish anything, but if Cody Rhodes is on TV, it's no less than a 7. So with that said, 7.5.
Yeah, no, he's doing it again. We all know it was a 5.
You're glazing in my Chris voice. Shout out to Chris and those for life. And then the main event, which I'm going to basically just come out and say, Roman and LA Knight. Here's my thing. I knew LA Knight was losing, and this was because of the same situation that Tony Khan basically changes his script every single fucking show because it literally got leaked out. that Roman was winning, and that he wasn't going to be on fucking Survivor Series.
How about this? It didn't have to leak because it was never a spoiler.
We knew that he was going to fucking win.
It was a guarantee because this was the best part of the. Let me tell you something about Roman Reigns. For all the hate we give Roman Reigns, let me tell you something. His character work during this entire time has been the star thing. Never have we remembered what the trash they've talked in a match more than the match. I've never known that the mics were so loud in the ring until the Roman match happens. And you hear everything he's saying to LA Knight the entire time. He's not calling spots. He's not saying hit me, throw me, push. He's talking smack the entire time. Do y'all understand that's God level wrestling? That your favorite wrestlers are still out here calling spots, John Cena, screaming them from the top of their lungs when they're in a match? And y'all want to talk about Roman Reigns?
Hold the line, hold it. All right, tag.
Your goat is screaming spots. And Roman Reigns is out here just wrestling, talking junk the entire time. You haters.
Man, listen.
Thank you, Ken. And that's what I've been trying to tell people. I'm not saying Roman Reigns is match. I'm not saying Roman. I'm gonna give it to you right now. I'm not saying Roman is the best wrestler in the world. Let's be clear. But Roman Reigns, when it comes to in-ring character work, is the best ever since he beat up Jay in that Hell in a Cell. He is the best. With that said, Roman Reigns matches have to be looked at a little differently. This match, even though I can't stand LA Knight either, but I will respect his 1989 wrestling style in this regard. With that said, this match is a 6.5.
Thank you. I'm saying 6. And for everyone in the comments saying that the Cody match was not as good as the Roman match.
First off, we're not talking about Cody anymore. No one cares because Cody's trash. As far as this match,
6.
I'm going to give it a 7.5.
Okay.
All right, you went higher than me. Cool.
But also, let's not blame.
I don't like LA Knight, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I know y'all like to blame Roman. See, look, Dan did it as soon as I said it. I know y'all like to blame Roman, but LA Knight is trash. LA Knight is boring. I don't care what y'all say. I'd rather Bobby Lashley. Give me Bobby. Give me Bobby.
By the way, because I saw this going around on the internet, and a lot of people was confused as to why Gunther wasn't on this card. So I have bad breaking news on this one. So Gunther revealed to a German publication that he is not allowed to leave the United States for the next 6 months due to visa rules he currently has.
That's not terrible.
So he's not going to be at the Elimination Chamber card in Australia in February.
He didn't need to be.
It could be a possibility that he's going to miss a lot of other stuff too, like possibly the Berlin.
He's not going to miss that. Let's be very clear.
Let's just hope not. You know what I'm saying? Hope everything of that visa shit gets worked out because that's fucking crazy.
I think he's trying to get his citizenship. I think
Durkin, I know you be on here a lot, so you know this. I 100% agree with you. LA Knight is the most overrated wrestler in the history of wrestlingdom. He's still Eli Drake, and he's been Eli Drake for 15 years.
It's not even that. You know what it is? Roman needs the right opponent. Roman versus Jay.
Wait, why are you still talking about, bro? Yo, see, Cat. This is how I know you don't watch enough wrestling sometimes, because certain things are foregone conclusions. Don't nobody care about. We all understand that Roman's not dropping the belt to WrestleMania, and it'll probably be the dude. But we're not gonna talk about that every week. Like nobody cares. Roman's not even wrestling till next year. We understand that Roman Reigns is not gonna drop the belt to WrestleMania. Nobody cares who his next opponent is. We don't care.
You know what? No. You want to know why no one cares? It's because it's stupid. It's so fucking dumb. You fucking people will sit there and complain about this man not wrestling every single fucking month. But yet you guys keep talking about the fact that, oh, he's going to lose it at WrestleMania to fucking Cody Rhodes. Bro, if you're already saying that, why the fuck are you complaining about him not wrestling?
And that's my point. At this point, let's just wait till WrestleMania. Like, what are we still complaining for?
Exactly. You guys already know what the fucking story is going to be, right? So let it just end at WrestleMania. You shut the fuck up about it already, please.
I'm complaining about shit.
There is nothing to talk about. Like, there is nothing. Roman's beat everybody already anyway, except for Seth Rollins. What are we talking about? Who cares? Let's just wait to WrestleMania. Who cares?
I mean,
Watch
seriously.
Seth Rollins wrestle with a bag back every week because he wrestles enough. He got a championship. Watch him. Watch Gunther. He got a championship.
Hey. It still basically defeats the purpose of everyone constantly keeps saying that Cody needs to beat Roman, though. I just don't get it. I really don't. No matter which way they put it.
If you're being honest right now, bro, and I really hope you're trolling, it's very weird because the point is to win the actual title with legacy and not the title they just made up.
Yeah.
You can't call it a title that they just made up if it's supposed to have the same legacy as the.
But
name
it doesn't. We already know
itself.
that it doesn't.
But it doesn't. But it still does.
We already know it doesn't.
And we know for a fact that the Universal Belt doesn't hold the history or the lineage that what you guys wanted to be.
The Universal Belt is the Universal and WWE belt put together. That's the
it's not. It is not.
That's the belt he wants.
They made two belts one. Yes,
that's the belt he wants, and we all know that.
Belt came out.
Let's stop trolling, bro. But
the WWE Championship is still a WWE Championship.
Him taking Seth Rollins' belt means nothing. Here's what's going to happen for those of you who don't watch wrestling. Drew McIntyre is going to actually turn heel finally, like for real. He's going to go all the way, and he's going to win the belt. And guess who's going to beat him at WrestleMania next year? Gunther. You happy? You got it? Good? Great.
Collision. I mean, AR Fox and Swerve was fire.
Yo, can Lance Archer just go to Impact or back to New Japan? He doesn't fit. AEW does not. Tony Khan likes.
It was very hard watching that match afterwards because Jake the Snake tried to talk and the man was all out of breath. And now apparently he's basically teaming up with the Righteous along with Lance Archer to basically destroy Darby Allin.
For anyone wondering, Tony Khan likes to watch guys his size wrestle. So he pushes everybody who's his size. All the big guys get
pushing Jungle Boy.
All the big guy Jungle Boy.
Oh,
excuse me, Dark Cat.
That was a good point. That wasn't a bad point.
My bad. You can talk. Why you take the picture down?
That wasn't a bad point.
So this happened.
What's your point?
69 day. Look, I love for my girl to look at me like Matt Caster looks at MJF. Because I think this is pretty much the only other thing that really happened. Willow went against Emi Sakura. Whatever. Mark Briscoe called out Jay White. We all know that. We also had the big.
Thank you, Durkin. He is the opposite of Vince. In his mind, Tony Khan just tries to do things that Vince wouldn't do.
That's not true because Samoa Joe and Keith Lee, basically said they was going to have a match on Wednesday.
So can we hurry up so we can talk about the fact that Keith Lee did nothing on Wednesday? It was his birthday and he lost in a.
And we're not talking about it yet. So we got to talk about this LA.
By the way, happy birthday, titleist Keith Lee. Happy birthday! Never going to win a belt in AEW, Keith Lee.
FTR, Roosh, and Preston Vance, aka LFI, versus Ricky Starks and Big Bill.
We talk about Collision more than it's on TV. By the way, there is no Collision this week, ladies and gentlemen. It's canceled.
Stop saying that. You know it's not canceled.
They canceled Collision. They really did.
They canceled Collision.
Yes.
Where did you see that they canceled Collision?
I'm not Kevin, bro. Why do you think I'm
Why what?
AEW canceled an upcoming Collision episode.
No, they didn't. Collision in December. That's supposed to be the same day as the show that we're going to.
Yeah.
They canceled it.
Yeah, that's the one they canceled, not this week.
That's the one they canceled.
Oh, not this week. My fault. They canceled.
By the way, you never got back to us about that.
I know. I made the phone call, but they got to get back to me.
Okay, got it. Heard. So, with that being said about Collision, Raw.
We're still going through weekly shows.
We're at the end. I mean, this is
my
the end of the
best part
show.
was Seth Rollins' outfit. Highly best part.
And he basically gave Sammy a fucking title match.
For no reason.
Diamond Mine signed their fucking contracts.
Love this tag team division popping.
Drew McIntyre decided he's going to basically give us a preview into his heel persona.
No one cares.
This was the highlight of Raw.
It wasn't the highlight, but it was funny.
This was a highlight. Listen, she said, the last time I was this happy, it's when I broke your face. And she said, it's funny that you mentioned that because after that, I went to go headline WrestleMania and you went on to get fired.
Thanks.
And all I could say was, damn, Becky.
Can we be honest, though? Because this is what I don't like. Becky would have gotten fired if it wasn't for Nia. If it wasn't for Nia breaking her nose, Becky would have been fired.
Let me talk about it. Becky was the weakest horsewoman out of all of them.
Steamboat Becky would have been blowing smoke out of some smoke machine on AEW with Britt Baker.
The man might not be a thing if Nia Jax didn't break her nose.
Might not. It definitely would not have been a thing.
How do you always get frozen around this time? I swear.
Because that's how you know the show's going too long, when I get frozen.
Wow. Blame me for the reason why the show. All right, heard. Then he's coming. He'll be back. Don't worry. You can complain about it again. So that is when we found out that we was going to have this number one contenders battle royal. And Xia Li came out and took out Becky Lynch. And then we just had this woman just stood in the ring and then eliminated herself and then stood in front of the announce table and just stared at Michael Cole and Baron Corbin, Wade Barrett, and didn't have no reason to be out there, but just to stand there and just be creepy, I guess.
No
By the way,
I
didn't talk about the Intercontinental Battle Royal because apparently that was actually botched.
It was
it was a bot. So for those that watched it, basically Ricochet was supposed to not kick out, and it was supposed to be the Miz versus Ivar next week for the number one contender spot. However, Ricochet kicked out, so Miz won, and now Ivar takes out Miz in an impromptu, and then we now have Miz versus Ivar next week.
It's going to end in a three-way, so it's going to be Miz, Ivar, and Gunther.
No, it's just going to be Miz versus.
I love every female in this match. I just don't like whatever Nikki Cross is doing.
We were talking about the Intercontinental botch, where Ricochet wasn't supposed to kick out and he kicked out.
Oh yeah, idiot.
Yeah, fucking idiot.
That's one of Kent's guys.
Well, yeah. By the way, so like I said, this was just weird.
Ricochet is a dark hair guy, bro. Ricochet's the man.
This was just weird. This was also weird. Didn't really care for this match whatsoever. But then we got to the last main event match of the night,
which was pointless. It was just to build the Survivor Series teams. It was a pointless match.
Hey, you want to play games?
Bro,
I will say Adam Pearce did a good job. He did a good job with saying
no, he didn't. No.
He overdid it. He said you want to play games like 5 times.
Thank you.
Everybody knew it. Like he was gonna say
I'm not talking about the build-up. I'm talking about the actual part where he said War Games.
No. Leave that to William.
But he said you want to play games like 5 times. It's like, all right, bro, we get it. We know War Games is coming. You want to play games? You want to play games? You want to play games? You want to play games?
Do you have games on your phone?
By the 6th time, it's like, dude, all right.
Do you have games on your phone?
Just say it. You know,
War Games.
War Games.
And you got 8 people standing around the ring, so you obviously know War Games is coming.
So this is I'm not going to show the actual fucking picture of this because it's literally Cody Rhodes with face paint.
Let's go.
Yeah, and I'm like, so is he going to be Stardust for this match? Like, I just need to know. Is he going to be Stardust again? Jesus Christ.
He'll never be Stardust.
So we know that each person is missing a member, and I'm just going to tell you guys now that the 5th member for Judgment Day is technically going to be Judgment Day versus anti-Bloodline people, which is very weird anyway. Is going to be Drew McIntyre joining Judgment Day and Randy Orton joining.
Randy Orton, right?
Yeah. NXT, I only got to see a little bit of it. I don't know if you saw all of it, All Star, but from what I saw, it was kind of mid.
NXT was absolutely fire, but if we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty, of it all, you have actual pictures. Okay, great.
Of course, because Xia Li.
Yeah, so this is all you have. So
No.
Xia Li came out and actually laid out a security guard. This is why Ja loves her strikes. She actually laid out a security guard. But Valkyrie wasn't having it. She didn't want to hear that nonsense. And if I'm being honest, this isn't what I want from Xia Li either, because she's obviously not going to beat her. So I would have preferred somebody else be Valkyrie's first victim.
It should have been Tiffany Stratton.
No, it couldn't be Tiffany either. Tiffany is literally still the face of the women's division. Tiffany had a great match last night as well, y'all. Tiffany literally threw a female through the ropes. Like she just threw her through the ropes.
We also have this. And this exchange right here. Do you think
this made me mad? This made me mad. I'm not gonna lie. This made me mad. Because what was the unless Lexis King and Carmelo are on the have a heel faction they're forming on the low?
What kind of faction?
Or like for a relationship or something, Lexis King and Carmelo Anthony, they could be trying to work that, because other than that, it was very pointless. Like for that to be how they try to get him over in the middle of the best storyline of NXT.
I mean, if you have Lexis King be like a stopgap for Trick, right?
Well, yeah, no, he's definitely going to fight Trick before he fights Carmelo.
Exactly.
But he's going to lose. No, he's going to beat Trick because of heel stuff. But the point is, it's not going to help him get over. We want Carmelo versus Trick. We want this story. Carmelo is doing he's doing his Roman Reigns job of acting in the ring right now. So great job.
No, I think Trick beats Lexis King in a great match and then moves on to the higher boss.
He loses he initially loses because of heel stuff. Gets a rematch. Like they're gonna drag this. Because WrestleMania, we're not gonna get this to Stand and Deliver right before WrestleMania.
You're right. We're not gonna see Trick versus Mello until April.
Exactly.
So, you think they're gonna hold that out until then?
Yep. That's what Lexis King is for.
I think it will happen in Deadline.
Now, like for the new year?
I mean, when you got my man looking like, Bishop and Juice.
By the way, Daniel Bryan has a better braider than Carmelo Hayes.
This is a fact.
That's a fact.
So let's just run through this shit real quick. So, of course, we had MJF and Daniel Garcia. And for those who don't know, this is going to be the first world title match in AEW history with both of the wrestlers are under the age of 30.
That's cool.
Was it cool?
You were talking about ageism earlier.
Adam! Oh, man.
MJF is on a great run, but AEW was mid. I'm really tired of acting like I'm only allowed to say when Raw is mid and not when Dynamite is mid. Dynamite was extremely.
It was mid.
Was extremely.
Sting and Darby versus the Outrunners was trash. The only thing I really liked was Swerve. We got to hear from Orange Cassidy when we knew that these two were going to battle each other. Julia Hart and Red Velvet was not bad to me. I actually like this little exchange, this building between these two. Bro, and listen. A lot of people talk shit about the AEW's women division. I will say that when it comes to their booking, yes. When it comes to them getting match time on television, yes, because they need more matches. However, this is probably one of the current storylines that has been cooking for a little while that I'm very invested in.
There's only one storyline and then one good character outside of that, bro. Like their division does suck.
I love Tony Storm's promo.
It's only Tony Storm's character and this story. That's it. They do have a bad women's division. It is horrible. This is all they have.
You're allowed to
feel how carrying. She's carrying.
This is all they have.
I think that these two are going to put on a good match.
I don't know about that. It's a good story. I
think for them building like newer women for their talent pool, it's doing good for them.
Sky Blue is a way better wrestler than Julia Hart.
Now, the other fucking thing. Now, we can finally talk about this big, meaty man slapping man meat match between Samoa Joe and Keith Lee. And yes, it was Keith Lee's birthday. And yes, it was actually, depending on what All-Star wants to go about it, it was a good match. A very good match.
No, false. It was not a good match. This is false.
You're allowed to feel how you feel.
No.
It was a really good match.
We don't mess with
However,
Joe, but the match wasn't bad.
Here's the thing. You want to know what was bad? Now, I have no problem with what Joe is doing, except when it comes to the fact that he was the longest reigning, and I do say was the longest reigning ROH television champion because he vacated the title last night.
I was going to say the same thing.
Hold on. I'm ready to go in all that, but hold on, because this is when y'all both annoy me. So you're telling me that it was a good match, that Samoa Joe won and retained the title, that he was about to vacate anyway, that they couldn't have given let Keith Lee win to win the title, that Samoa Joe was going to vacate anyway. That is a trash match. That is insulting. That is an insult to their superstar and Keith Lee because they signed him. And on his birthday, to have him lose a match to a man that was about to vacate the title he was wrestling him for.
That's the problem. Him vacating
this is just like Jade all over again.
Him vacating the title was the problem. Listen, no one believes that Keith Lee was going to beat Samoa Joe in a match. So yes, he should have. He should have. If he was going to vacate the title. He should have. Samoa Joe should have never vacated the title because it makes.
Oh yes, he should have. He had it too long. That title means nothing, and Samoa Joe knows it. And now they should get rid of the title because now we all know it.
Yes.
The Ring of Honor TV Championship now means nothing.
Nothing. It means nothing.
By the way, when I was talking about the Swerve and everything, the Swerve and Penta match, the match itself was was a banger. It gave me reminders of when they went against each other before when he was kill switch.
That's why it wasn't a banger. It did not have the length nor the amount of those past matches. That match was okay. It
was still fire to me, whether you like it or not. I liked it.
That match was like
what I did find to be weird is that apparently Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega now have a fucking match against the Young Bucks at Full Gear, and if the Golden Jets win, then they get the Young Bucks #1 contenders title shot. But if the Bucks win, then the Golden Jets can no longer tag team together.
Oh, so the Bucks are going to lose this match.
That would be fucking crazy. Here's the thing. Now, Hikaru Shida and Tony Storm's interview, phenomenal. I love Tony. Tony is the greatest thing going on in that women's division. I love it.
All right, why are we still talking about Dynamite?
What else is there to talk about?
We did the last match. There is absolutely nothing.
We didn't do the last match.
Listen, if Samoa Joe and Keith Lee wasn't the last match to talk about, we there's nothing else to talk about.
The last match was Mark Briscoe and Jay White.
Oh, anyway. So the question everybody wants to know is who is the devil? And the devil obviously is Jack Perry. Free Jack Perry.
No, I'm telling you right now, from what I'm
you see the hair. Right now, look at the back of the back.
Listen. The fucking
look at
devil,
the back of their head.
If you look, okay, first off, look at Wardlow right in front of you.
So, Star, the devil is your boy?
Yes.
So Wardlow's running around with Jack Perry, and we're not going to pretend like this isn't the Kingdom motherfuckers too, or this ain't Adam Cole in disguise, or this isn't Kyle O'Reilly.
No, it's not. Adam Cole
or Roderick Strong.
Bro, no.
Dude, I know for a fact one of these people is Wardlow. Let's just put that out there. One of these people is 100% Wardlow.
And he's with Jack Perry. Free Jack Perry.
I've been saying this for weeks. If the devil person is Jack Perry, no one gives a shit. Because
everybody
Jack
will.
Isn't as over as you think.
There's literally only probably like 2 people at most that people.
We don't have long to wait. We're going to find out this weekend. What are we talking about?
It's not this weekend.
When's Full Gear?
Next weekend.
Oh, I'm in the future. We're going to find out
because they're still making matches. So let's just talk about them. So yeah, we had that. We had Samoa Joe basically said I'll be your tag partner. And the reason why he needs a tag partner is because this is a match for 0 Hour, MJF, and mystery tag partner. So they're starting to basically build the matches now. You're going to have the Golden Jets versus Young Bucks. This match is probably going to be one of the bangers of the night, which is Hangman Adam Page versus Swerve Strickland. Because this shit's getting personal. Now I really need Swerve to win.
It's a great feud.
Yes,
Swerve isn't going to win because he won the first match.
No, Swerve has to win.
He has to win. I need him to win.
He's not going to win though.
He has to build his resume to be.
Do y'all understand how feuds work? There's going to be
I
a
know how
rubber match.
feuds work. I know.
No, WWE feuds work where it's 50-50 booking.
They would not be toting it as whatever 2 if there wasn't going to be a 3.
There's not going to be a 3.
This is the most ridiculous conversation I've ever had in wrestling. Hangman is obviously winning this, and they're going to run it back for a 3rd rubber match.
They better not. Swerve puts him away.
No, he's right. He more than likely is going to win. We'll go through this next week when we go through our predictions for it.
You the one putting it up.
I know. I'm just showing these are the matches so far that's basically lined up. I don't know if they're going to add more matches from here, but I just don't want anyone to be like, oh, well, they're just adding matches together at the last week, last minute. I'm like, no, they've been building these shits for a while. So we already know about this one. And of course, which is funny to me because no matter what, Toni Storm is always in black and white. No matter what.
Storm's going to win this match, and then she's going to do a black and white version of the title. And that's going to be hilarious.
That'll be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to this.
I
don't know why, but I'm really looking forward to this. It's just something about these two because they hate each other. But Orange Cassidy is so fucking nonchalant. It's like, I don't know, man. And then of course,
official.
I think this is when we figure out who the devil is and all this other stuff, right?
Yep. Let's go, Jack Perry.
All right. So
is the devil Punk?
I think the devil might be Punk. But then again, it may not be because remember how a couple of weeks ago we talked about how CM Punk showed up in a Rampage commercial? Yeah, he was already replaced with Taya Valkyrie. Don't know how that works because Taya Valkyrie is barely on TV. But,
who can the devil be to make people care?
Jack Perry.
No.
I've heard people say Britt Baker.
Jack Perry.
Britt Baker.
And when it is Jack Perry, I don't want to hear nothing.
Remember that video?
Don't say a word to me in 2 weeks when it's Jack Perry. Don't say a word to me.
But when it is Jack Perry and no one gives a shit,
everybody's going to care. The whole wrestling world is going to talk about it. Everybody's going to talk about it. It's going to be the biggest news.
Just wanted to be CM Punk.
It's going to be the biggest news. Every time Jack Perry does anything, we talk about it.
What's your final thoughts?
Free Jack Perry. All right? This is going on long enough. That's how I know he has to be the devil. He has to be in that mask. Because there is no way that we have kept this man away this long for having a fight with someone who has gotten fired. Free Jack Perry. Also, I have 3 music videos I put out this month. You can kindly go check those out at my YouTube, Jared Allstar. You can follow me, Jared Allstar, on everything. You can hit that QR code over there and download my music. We're dropping 3 more projects before the year is over, and probably several more videos.
And I'm on it
because we're going crazy. Hopefully, we get our new song done that Ja is on. That we have not finished yet.
He's not gonna put me on the project, y'all. That's crazy.
Ja does songs about being God, and I do songs about praising God.
Wait a minute.
Those are 2 different things.
That's not true. I have never did that before.
Those are 2 different things. So we have to find a nice place one day.
I can find a record that I can talk about with you.
But thank y'all
about
very much
Jesus stuff
for joining us every Thursday night. Love y'all, man. What's up, Kent?
Dude, we're getting closer and closer to April when Cody Rhodes takes the title and everything that I said is actually correct. Go watch those All-Star videos.
Yes, I am on Apple Music. Jared All-Star, bro. Just look it up.
Yeah, download the albums on Apple Music. All-Star's crushing it, bro. He's on his best run. My favorite rapper. Anyway, more about Cody Rhodes. More about you guys tuning in every single Thursday. We'll be here next week, same time, same channel. Kendall, you are absolutely incorrect, but I did offer you a new trade, Lamar Jackson. Wolfpack Wrestling Podcast, man. Peace and love.
My final thoughts. Listen, I need everybody to check your fucking emails if you dropped the email before, so that way we can get this fantasy basketball league started so I can whip all your asses. My final thoughts in the memory of Janie, fuck Dark Kent. Fuck All Star. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, my brother.
Rest in peace.
And yeah. So shout out to everybody who tuned in. Just make sure you guys just do me a favor, okay? Like I said before, if you can, just make sure that you guys go to our YouTube channel. I'm going to drop it in the video description so that way you guys can go there and give us a subscribe. You know what I'm saying? You see this video pop up, give us a like.
I think
You know
all
what
of
I'm
you on
saying?
here right now are subscribed. So what we got to do is we need y'all to share. Like, just go crazy this week for us real quick, because we're so close to our YouTube partnership. I can literally smell it. I can smell it.
I'm looking at it. We have 388 subscribers, meaning that we would need what, 112 more? 112 more. See, I got on quick math.
We're on hey, how about this? Help us. Let's get the 112. Let's get the 112 more subscribers before the 100th episode. For those of you who are still here, let's get
100.
We the goal is 112 before 100. We got it.
I don't see why not. Listen, it's about
Room 112 is where the players dwell.
Hey, sis, in the background, we hear you.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Look, you want to rumble with the Saints?
Huh?
For blessings on your whole family. You know what I'm saying?
Whole family.
Testify. All right, y'all. Oh, by the way, yes, I have music too. You can scan my QR code. You know what I'm saying? You're going to look me up as Jaquez, Jaquez. That's JA space QUEZ. All right. You can listen to all of my music that is out. I have new music that is on the way. That should be dropping by the end of this month. I am pushing for it to actually be dropped at the end of this month. I do not sound like Cudi. This guy heard a couple of snippets and been saying that I sound like Kid Cudi. This guy said he likes my fucking he likes my wordplay and how like some of my songs sounding, except one song that he will not let go because of what I said in it. But you know, either way,
the word fuck with Josh's new shit, bro.
The word was fire.
If you're a 5%er, definitely bump Jaquez's new music.
If you like,
that's fucking crazy.
I love Cudi. He's one of my favorite artists of all time. So if you fuck with Cudi, fuck with Josh shit.
Facts.
All right.
And all 5%ers. The jail is gonna go crazy. Bump it.
I feel like I'm God. There's no one and do what I want. There ain't no one higher. So kind of the Buddha. All right, I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.